Live. We're live.
And as you guys hear, we are officially live on YouTube. So it's a little different if you guys haven't joined the chat the live last week or this past Sunday.
Okay.
We're actually on live on CFP Lives. That's our new channel on YouTube. There is a lot of hair in this live. There is a lot. Um, all definitely different forms of hair.
Yes.
Um,
I know he's talking about me.
but yeah, anywho, you got to go on CFP Lives, and you will see the live link that's on, and that's how you're gonna get. That's how you're gonna be able to join us. We kind of changed things up a little bit. We are not live on our regular YouTube channel. Our regular YouTube channel will have our clips from our lives, and you can watch it right then and there when we clip them. But we are actually going live on CFP Lives. Something new that we're trying out to see if things will change.
All right. Okay. Okay. Getting this ready.
We are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube.
Check, check,
I
check,
told
check.
myself I'm gonna stop eating McDonald's, but when it's tight, when money is tight, this thing comes in clutch. Jimmy, what's up?
Yo, the only thing that I could eat from McDonald's that keeps me coming back is the McGriddle. That joint. Okay.
You know the McGrill is made out of mystery meat and and fake bread. Just kidding. I don't know what it's made out of, but I'm pretty sure
Yo,
it's made out of that though.
I was about to say, yo, why you doing this to me?
Yeah,
Yo,
nah, McGriddles are amazing.
did you who here saw the press conference?
Are you talking on the IG live?
I'm talking both.
Okay.
Who
But
saw
yeah,
the press conference?
for those who are here right now, we are live on YouTube. Um, as you can see, my brother live is talking about the press conference. That
Oh,
is something that we're going to get into tonight. Um, for those who are new to the game, or let me put you on game, we are live.
okay. My fault, my fault. Yo, Mass Poppy, I haven't seen you in a minute, yo. How have you been? How's everything been? I apologize for this terrible camera. I'm going to be trying to switch to my other camera on my phone in a second. If Google will actually allow me to. Um, Google Chrome is terrible for that type of reliability. But yeah, what did you think about the most recent our the politics in that press conference? The It's not really even about the politics anymore. That's what's crazy. That's what's the crazy part about all of this. But yeah, what did you think? What did you think about that? What did you think about it? Cause boy, oh boy, that joint, that joint was difficult to watch for me. Um, yeah, let me know what you think. Um, just trying to get all of our. We have a few um clips that we're gonna be using here. Terribly sorry. I terribly sorry. I forgot to put my headphones on. Gonna do that in just a second. But yeah, let me see where we at. Where we at? I'm exhausted by it all. I think it's looking bad. Yeah, I agree, man. It's not only is it do I feel it's exhausting, I feel like it's I mean, of course, all the other words like embarrassing, it's disturbing. It it hurts to watch this happening, you know, like all of those things are very real for me. Um I don't know. It's just it's just terrible for me. I hate where we're at. I hate that it's like this. I hate that this is the place that we're in right now. And I hate that there's a lot of people that are still like deluded as if this is something that is sustainable, as if this is something that can actually work. It's not, you know? It's really not going to work. It's not going to work out well at all. I don't yeah, I think that what you're saying here is exactly right. It's exhausting. Um Here's a question for you. Do you think that he's actually going to drop out? Do you think what are your chances? What's the odds on this that he actually drops out? Okay, I think that that seems like to be the big question. Or are prominent people going to actually um call him out, you know, and call him to actually drop out? I really don't know. Um Let me see. Just getting a few of our. We're gonna be using a few clips today. Uh, so just getting all that stuff ready so that we're ready to go. Um, let me see. Why did he send this one? Oh my gosh. Why did they send me that? Anyway, getting all these clips. Yeah, let me get back to the chat. Okay. I'm in a place where I would be surprised to see it, but I also can't imagine him actually dropping. Y- That's a good point. It's like you're between a rock and a hard place. It's like it's you would be surprised if he actually does like wow. Um but then and it's because you can't imagine him actually doing it. But it's also like the longer we postpone this, the longer we oh okay. Oh, you couldn't imagine him sticking around till November. Right. So I was actually just having a conversation with someone about this where we were talking about like, yo, can you imagine him actually making it? Like like there's some legitimate worries surrounding the fact that can like we don't want to be morbid, right? Wish death on no man. But is it possible that we should be worried that of him even making it in November? Um, because I was talking to my cousin about this, and it's like, yo, these next 3 months are gonna be the busiest months of the election cycle. Hmm. So excuse me, I need to get a Red Bull already. These are gonna be the busiest months in the cycle. Are we really thinking that he's gonna make it? I don't know. I don't know. This is gonna be. It's gonna be something for the ages. I tell you what, though, the longer he holds off, the more this gets worse. The more it looks bad for him too. Um, oh, this is hilarious. The types of we're gonna be talking about the George Clooney. That's crazy. George Clooney joint, which is insane. There's a lot of topics today. Actually, there's a lot for us to talk about. I mean, we're gonna have to pick the ones that are the most prevalent and stuff like that. But yeah, it's um, yeah, it's the longer he waits, the more this looks bad. Now, here's the thing: are you with a Kamala run? Like Kamala turns up, like, are you cool with that? And she's the next one to run. Are we cool with that? Am I missing anything? Ah, here we go. Okay. Because there's some people that think that would be great. Some people that think it won't. I mean, in my mind, you can't get worse than this. But okay, I guess this is just a picture. But I mean, the I mean, you can't get worse than this. But there's some people that don't think that it's gonna go well. You put Kamala up, and it's just and it's not they don't think that's the best. They think that there's a risk of us not winning the election, which is just like, really? Oh, we still here? Oh, we still here? What up? Melissa, if you can still hear me, it is CFP Lives. CFP Lives on YouTube. That's where we at. Okay, let's end this. Okay. It's continuity camera this joint. Okay. All right. Okay. Apologies, y'all. Give me 1 second. Just setting myself up here. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't see how he's gonna look stronger as it goes on. Dude, imagine that he by the way, I don't know if dude is, you know, you are Papi, so I assume um pause, I'm not calling you Papi, but you know what I mean. Anyway, imagine not just uh like, oh, sorry about that. Here is the link. Yeah, not just that, but also another 4 years. I I just I can't see how how this goes down. Yeah, I would support Kamala. Yeah, at that point, yeah. And look, I'm not a big fan of Kamala personally. Personally, I haven't been um since the since 2020. I haven't been like the biggest supporter just because you know, I don't think it has the best track. She has the best record. Um, I think that there's a lot of questionable things in her time as a DA, I believe DA. Um, yeah, there's a lot of questionable things, but I agree with you this sentiment wholeheartedly. She's sharp. She is. Trump will have a difficult time beating her. Yeah, because here's the thing, like it's not like I was talking to my cousin about this earlier too. It's not like she's all the way like there. She is. I mean, not she. He. It's not like Trump is all the way there. Like he's not. He's not that great. It's just he's compared to Biden. He looks phenomenal. That's the issue here. And if that's the thing. If he's running on like, oh, I look better than Biden, then yeah, put Kamala there. The fact that you have someone of color and young on the stage. Oh my gosh. That's gonna I feel like majority of the Democratic Party is gonna get behind her. Excuse me. No matter what, they're gonna get behind her. I think it's gonna revitalize things. I think it's gonna be something that is phenomenal. Um the question is it gonna happen? Is he gonna give it up? Is he gonna give up the seat, man? Like it just anyway, we're gonna get into all that. Let me just make sure I have all of my links ready here. I think I got that. Got these things. Yes. Okay, this he wanted this too. Okay. Just missed one. So let me add this to the list. And okay, boom. All right, now let's see if I can get this camera to work. Ba, ba, ba. Let's see. But yeah, it's just something that oh, beautiful. Okay, so that's there. Yeah, it's just something that does actually scare me. Like it's how are we still in this position? Okay, let's see now. Will you let me? It is something that does really scare me. I wonder if we're gonna be. I'm like he had gaffes at the NATO, which like man did NATO, and it's crazy when I'm talking about the president of the United States, and I'm like, wow, he fit in NATO and a press conference in the same day. Man, pushing the envelope here. Like it's crazy when that is the situation. Like sure. He didn't take a nap in between all of that. Like yo, this I'm I'm catching myself being like, oh snap, we're talking about an old man. Like that's where I'm catching myself right now. It's just um this isn't a good position. Like my wife and I were talking, and it was just like we were just like, oh yeah, like man, I feel bad for this guy. It's to the point I feel bad for this guy. That's not how you're supposed to feel. You're not supposed to feel that way about your president. And what's crazy is that you're giving Trump like the W. You're just handing it to him. Um He doesn't have to do anything. Just let Biden keep talking. Let him keep trying to prove that he's with it, that he's all there and he doesn't need a cognitive test. Let him keep trying to do that. You're going to be faced time and time again with the fact that you're only adding fuel to the fire for Republicans. That's all you're doing. You're just handing it over to them. So yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy to me. Oh yes, tell me I can. How wonderful. How sweet it is to have a good quality camera. Okay, let's try and get a good angle here. What do we think about this angle? I might have to work this out, but yeah. So it's just yeah. No, I don't like that. It's too much of my beard. We don't need the reminders that I don't have a connecting beard here. But yeah, let me know. Y'all hear me all right in the chat? Just want to make sure everyone could hear me. Let's get this out the way for now. Okay. All right. Melissa in the chat. Mass Boppy in the chat. It's the Can't Focus podcast. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh man, my chair is not doing well for me. All right. So we are getting started here in just a second. Um just a second. Also, this is the new channel. All right. So we really appreciate y'all, especially if you just double check, make sure you've subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Um, this is gonna be where we're doing our lives from. So yeah, if you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do that. So that we can so that y'all can stay up to date on everything we're doing. We really appreciate every last one of you. We're going to be doing our live streams from this channel so it doesn't affect the algorithm of our other channel, the channel that you all know and love. So you're still going to get a lot of content from us over there. So please keep checking that out. But our live streams will be going on via this right now. Oh, Martin, are you waiting for me to join you?
Yes. Can you hear me? Chat, can you hear Alive? Mic check 1 2. Can y'all hear me? Okay, so it's probably just me. Yo, Kano.
What's up?
Okay, I can hear you. Kano, Joe sounded mad far away for a second, but I think it was just my phone acting crazy.
Okay. What up, y'all?
Yo,
I look
what
dark,
it is?
right? It's like dark by me.
Nah, you're fine, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
You got a ring light? Oh, look at that. Oh, smart move. Smart move right there. Thank you, Mass Poppy. For real.
It is. It's already there.
It is? Oh, never mind. Cano was ahead of the game. Cano was ahead of the game. I don't know if you're waiting for Alive to come back, but this is the Can't Focus podcast where we focus on everything and nothing at the same time. I go by the name of Martin Hopeful, and you can find me at Martin Hopeful.
What up? It's your boy Kano Music at Kano Music.
And that third screen that's black right there, but it wasn't black before because he was talking to you for just a few minutes ago. That's you can find them at Alive Raps. And you know what? Alive Raps actually has the list of things that we need to talk about. So I guess we are just chilling for a little bit.
There you go. Look at that.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay,
He just pop out like Undertaker.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show people.
Oh, wow. You sound low.
Am I low?
Why do you sound low like that?
Oh, I do? Check.
Yeah.
Yeah, you good.
That's
okay.
better. All right, but yeah, we just did the intro. So, Alive, take it away. What's our first?
You might want to talk into the microphone.
Okay, got you. So, because I'm trying to, I have a whole new setup, new desk, new everything. So, like, I'm still trying to get used to the dynamic.
That works. It's picking up your voice.
Okay, beautiful. So, I have every link that was sent open. So, let's go to.
It's a mess, right? Did you see the latest one I sent? That was like breaking.
Oh, let me just double check. I believe I got everything, but
it's on the Can't Focus DM. It's like the last one I sent.
Okay. Then we should probably go with that one then, right? Let me.
No. I was just saying, like, actually, I thought that was like an extra.
Oh, okay. But so, why don't we do this one? I don't know if it's the same thing as the other one, but what the heck?
Yo, y'all hear white noise or that's me?
I do.
Hopefully it's not.
Okay, so I'm gonna share screen with this.
I feel like I'm dark.
It's okay, man. It's not that bad to be dark.
Let's go to the shade room. Yo, I got so many links open. This is crazy. Right here. Boom. All right, so there's probably gonna be going through a few of these because it's like putting a jigsaw puzzle together. But let's start here.
Look, I wouldn't have picked.
Oh, okay.
To beat Donald Trump if she were at the top of the ticket.
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she's not qualified to be president.
Vice President Harris's ability to beat Donald Trump if she were at the top of the ticket.
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president.
Yeah. So this was something that was noted in.
Talking about Ivanka.
That.
Did y'all see? Yeah, I saw last week where he identified as a black woman.
No.
Okay.
That didn't happen.
It did happen. He's like, I'm really proud to be the first African American vice president woman.
How did I miss that?
I'm sure a YouTube search will find it. Like if you used to look it up.
Oh my gosh.
So I guess we're starting off with the deconstruction of Joe Biden.
Yeah.
This video is like later. This is like after the what he said to Zelensky. So
yeah, we're gonna get to that, Melissa. We definitely gonna get to that.
Like the Zelensky thing happened first, and then this is his cleanup.
Oh, I got Zelensky. I got the Zelensky thing right here. Here, let me play that too. I'm pulling.
So this was supposed to be the cleanup press conference. This was supposed to be like.
At least he didn't sound like how he sounded in the debate. At least he cleaned that up. His voice. Now it's very clear that he's going crazy, right?
Okay. All right, let me X this one out. That's
It's funny, but it's
He
like
got over his cold, but not over his his insanity. That's a hard one to get over.
all right, right here. So let me
That's a short guy.
Over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin.
Yeah.
President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway,
Nice.
you are a hell of a lot better.
Thanks
Nice.
so much.
And now I want to hand it over to the president.
Yo, this is insane, bro.
he really is like a teenager, though, right? Like I'm focused on winning.
You thought you had me. He's better. He's so much better.
Just
tell
testing
you-
you guys.
I was just you're all awake in the back? Everyone in the back, you're awake? Dude, yeah. This is all right, I got this one here too. Let's just I guess let's just put all these together here. Got this one. Yeah, and then the anyway at the end. Anyway. It's mad awkward, man.
It's not like I messed up Vice President Trump's name. What's up, Vicky?
We did this one already, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all in one joint. Okay, so that's
Pause, dog.
yeah, it is. This all happened today, right? That's the thing. It's like I'm combing through all of these things, and I'm like, wait, what's even the order of it? That's what's crazy. It's like
we don't. I think at this point the order doesn't really matter. It happened. Just play it all.
yeah, right. It's all right. Let me see. I know Papo sent this in the chat.
Lovely tea.
Oh yeah, I just sent that. That's D.L. Hughley mad at. Well, so when we get to the George Clooney thing, D.L. Hughley has something to say about George Clooney.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so that's the. I need y'all to send it to me in the chat. Were you talking about the Alpha Phi Alpha?
Yeah, but I said not now.
Oh, not now. Okay, gotcha. I'm trying to see if there's anything I'm missing.
I gotta hurry up and get this. I gotta hurry up and get this laptop.
you should try Omega vitamins or something. I don't know.
All right, so yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got.
laptop.
I'm sorry, I got 50 tabs open here and stuff. That's all I got.
Yeah, it's a lot of tabs, man.
So, yo,
I just-
you need to get the laptop. Get
I wish
the
my
laptop.
laptop was working.
Yeah, I wish your laptop was working too.
Because I didn't seem to have this problem.
No, you didn't, because you're so great. You're so much better than me. You know, us Joes, we seem to have like a lot of problems.
Don't
yeah.
call me Martin Trump.
Joe, it might be the Joe thing. It's like you, Biden, Budden. You know?
Joey.
But- yo, if you know, you know. You know the reference if you know the reference.
So, like, counting on you to lead the way. What's happening here? Do you...
Oh, I never said. I specifically voluntold Martin to do that. So I did my part.
What
I
are you
showed these
talking
clips.
about? How am I supposed to know?
How you
without
want us
the
to quarterback when you have everything?
You got the whole. You like
So-
literally the home base right now. Like
So Biden did. All right, here we go. You ready? This is what happens when you put me at the helm. So, see, I know how to step down. That's the thing. But we're talking about a man that does not know how to step down. Mr.
I
One
like the
Joe
segue.
Biden. Okay, you feel that? Mr. One Joe Biden does not know how to step down, will not step down, even though there's been like the party is basically split.
Hey, Carlos, relax.
Yeah,
Relax.
Carlos, we don't welcome free speech in this chat. All right, you bring that somewhere. No, but legit, like Mr. One Joe Biden will
Hey
not
guys,
step down.
when Trump wins, because Biden won't step down. When Trump wins, where do you think we're all getting deported to? You think we get to like pick where so we can be with our friends or like?
I am putting my absolute best. I'm pro-American voice over here.
I just want to let people know. I hope they never find out I'm actually Colombian.
Yo, you're so stupid because that we only understand that joke. Anyway, so the party is some are calling him.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
You heard that, right?
Yeah, nah, that joint. Even the mic said, "All right, Joe, this time's up. This time is up."
What happened?
Even the
What
mic said,
did?
"Step down."
What happened?
Yo, for like literally, you started talking, and like literally 2 seconds you started talking, the mic said,
And it's crazy because I don't think the chat hears it. I think it's just me and Kyle. So like it makes things even crazier.
"It's it," and then you just like disappeared in a puff of smoke. At least audibly, you disappeared in a puff of smoke.
Oh, this is not good, y'all.
Oh no, Babu said they heard it. Nah, that's crazy.
Nah, we heard that joint.
Wait, is the mask Papi Papo?
I mean, if it is, he probably doesn't want to be like outed, right?
That's why he's called the mask Papi.
Yo, I was talking to him about. Yo, I was talking to him at the start of it. If it is him, I was talking to him like the whole time. Like, yeah, me and my cousin were talking.
That's why. That's why we'll never know.
That's the exact reason why he didn't reveal himself.
That's why we'll never know who steak sandwiches.
Yeah.
I feel like that's.
Man.
Papo.
So hold on. What are we talking about?
Now your mic's going off.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah. So Biden didn't. He had NATO. He had the press conference. Gaffes in both of them. And
who are you?
Gaffes. Gaffes. Is that not a?
No, it's a word. But are you like working on a novel?
This is what people call it. This is a word, right?
They're not oopsies?
Yeah, I think you did.
The oopsies.
They're not oopsies. Yeah, he's making a lot of oopsie doopsies. And on the press conference today, he said that, I talked to all of my medical staff, all of them. They said I'm in great condition, except for my foot. I broke it, and it didn't heal well because I didn't wear the boot. But, look, like I was saying, it's about freedom. And
this is sound like Trump.
This is how crazy this is that this is the place that we're in. But
so,
I don't know. How do you feel about all this?
I don't know how you started this, right? Because chronologically would have been great, right? Like if we would have went with George Clooney first and then doing this. So but here we are. I think
you want George Clooney? I got George Clooney.
No, because I'm gonna say I kind of wish somebody would call out and be like, "Hey, step down."
Is the George Clooney thing that important?
I think so. I think he's one of the first people to be like a supporter. He helps fundraise. He's a Democratic ally. He might not be a politician, but he's outside. He's in them streets like Kamala. You know what I mean?
I think it was the Disney, the granddaughter of Disney, that was the first one.
The granddaughter of Disney.
Yeah, she pulled funding. She pulled funding for the Democratic.
Yeah, but it's different from pulling funding than from like having an op-ed, and you being like, "Hey, listen, he's the first guy to publicly come out who's an ally, who also, this is important too, he doesn't want the nominee. He can't be the nominee. He's just talking for the greater good of the party, right? And he's saying, hey, listen, Biden is saying it was just one night, that the debate was just one night. I'm telling y'all that the same Biden that was at the debate is the same Biden I was with on Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty big. You know what I'm saying?
All right, right here, Donald. So
That's not what I meant, but yeah.
is this not the George Clooney thing?
I maybe I didn't send it. But
Okay.
hold on. Melissa said he is a large contributor to the party. And the Mass Poppy said, do you think Democrats behind the scenes told Clooney it was cool to do that? I feel like he probably spoke to people. So I consume a lot of right-wing media. I love MAGA YouTube. And according to MAGA YouTube, they're saying over on the MAGA side that George Clooney got the battery put in his back by a Barack Obama.
Yeah,
Nah.
I saw that. I saw that.
You also
saw
be
that.
you be on the dark side too, huh?
Yo, Martin been doing that though. He been doing that for years.
You know, me and my magas, we think Obama did it.
Jimmy says, I think George Clooney and D.L. Hughley have a point. Biden his own should step down. At the same time, if he don't, it's not the worst thing. We will be found with Kamala being incumbent. D.L. Hughley, wow.
Hughley.
D.L. Hughley, interestingly enough, is mad at everybody asking for Biden to step down. He kind of fired at George Clooney and was like, hey, he has the incumbency and giving that up is bad strategy. I don't agree with him because I think they're gonna lose with Biden. But that is that's in there. You could share that maybe. I did send that. It's one of the last things I sent.
I got it right now.
From Lovely T. We could hear Hughley's criticism on George Clooney, who, by the way, overall, George Clooney was just saying that he wants Biden to step down for the good of the Democratic Party. So that makes like 8 senators, George Clooney, Andrew Yang. They're all asking for Biden to step down.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Because it's more important than just... It's more important than just...
have his support, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's how civil wars happen, right?
All right.
You can look at the CB for a couple of reasons. I watched a man get convicted of 34 felonies. I watched a man get adjudicated for sexual battery. I watched a man who got convicted of fraud, and never have I heard this fervor from the media in general about his qualifications to be president. George Clooney never talked about, in that whole article, he didn't mention Project 2025 once. Neither did Stephanopoulos. None of them did. But you're going to tell me how somebody's old?
The polls are showing a downward spiral.
That is not true.
Joe Biden.
That is not true.
Well, it is.
That is not true.
Every poll, DL, is showing that. But
they're virtually where they were. The polls are virtually where they were.
No, they're not.
That's not.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're just not. And you can look at the CBS poll, look at the CNN poll. He is losing in every battleground state now.
Hold aside.
So the point I'm making is the people who are saying that Joe Biden's mental acuity is just not there anymore are not supporting Donald Trump, at least in the Democratic Party.
Your point is that the mass media tends to be more liberal.
They want to defeat Donald Trump, but they don't think Joe Biden can do it.
Well, okay, maybe they don't think that, but the conversations that they're having are not really the things that will. If Joe Biden is a nominee, I don't know how you buy this back, but if we were having conversations, if as wished for in Project 2025, the Department of Education is disbanded, who does that hurt? If the social safety net is gone, who does that hurt? If environmental rollbacks are taken back, who does that hurt? If if women lose the right for their bodily autonomy? Who does that hurt? So I will respect people's right to have their vantage point. But for me, there's a decided difference between somebody being disappointed with the outcome of election and having a disaster. I find it insulting.
But
I want to get convicted.
But if Biden loses, like,
right.
I don't get it, DL. I don't get it. If Biden loses, everything you saying, I'm confused. Don't you want the best chance to win? I don't get it.
I mean, I feel like he's taking the same stance that Biden was taking in that Stephanopoulos interview. It's like, no, it's not the polls that I'm seeing. That's not the polls I'm seeing. It's like, I don't know. I don't understand what he is trying to defend here.
Also, we're not currently being critical of Trump because we don't want him to win. So we just want to get our guy right or girl right. Pause. We just want to get the right candidate. There we go. That's better English. We just want to get the right candidate, and then we could go attack. But we can't attack without having the candidate that we're sure of. It was weird. It was a weird. I get where he was coming from. He was making points, but I just don't understand why he's upset that people don't think that Biden is the best choice right now.
But his points don't really hold water. His points are basically like, well, comparing it to Trump, it's like I don't remember this being done with Trump, and if we don't, and in Project 2025, and it's like, yeah, right, DL, that's right, yeah, you're absolutely right, but your comparison to Trump and stuff like that is not going to win this election. That's the whole point. Like Project 2025, we don't want to see that happen, right? So Biden's not going to give you that, and it seems like he's stuck on these polls that it will give him that. I don't know what he's looking at.
I have nothing to say really. Just a bunch of celebrities talking about stuff that, you know.
I don't think we could dismiss Clooney as just a celebrity talking about stuff. I think Clooney's op-ed, whether you agree with it or not, I think it is important in moving forward. It shows you a person who is calling Biden out straightforward, and then you're seeing his administration respond, which, by the way, they're not doing a good job of. That was today that we saw Biden have his gaffes. So that he had his gaffes, and they were bad today. He called Zelensky President Putin. Zelensky took it well. He made a joke out of it.
I'm not surprised.
That was bad.
I'm not surprised that that Clooney is speaking out. I mean, is he taking his money with him? Like he's saying, I'm not contributing to the Democratic Party if Biden is still on the ticket. Like, is that what is happening?
There are people saying that. I don't know if Clooney said that, but there are people saying that. There's donors putting their wallets back in their pockets.
Let me see. Clooney op-ed.
To that I say, wah, wah.
Let's see. Clooney op-ed. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jimmy. I mean, you know, I feel like I'm hearing more about this Project 2025, and now
Jimmy said
getting more and more scared, and now I feel like I'm just voting because I'm scared of Project 2025, and I would rather just have somebody like Biden in office than somebody who is a supporter of Project 2025 or is progressing Project 2025.
So just reading some of this. This is the actual op-ed from him. I'm a lifelong Democrat. I make no apologies for that. I'm proud of what my party represents and what it stands for. As part of my participation in the democratic process and in support of my chosen candidate, I have led some of the biggest fundraisers in my party's history. Whoa, all right, top dollar. Barack, Hillary, and Joe
Dollar
Biden.
bill, y'all.
Last month, I co-hosted the single largest fundraiser supporting any Democratic candidate ever for President Biden's re-election. Wow. I say all of this only to express
Yep. Only to express.
Hey, your
Puff
microphone.
smoke.
Your microphone did that thing again.
Nod your head, yes, or shake your head no for this.
I don't
did,
know.
Did Clooney say
We're
he's gonna
good.
take
We're
his
good.
money?
We're good. I can hear you.
All right. I love Joe Biden as a senator, as a vice president, and as a president. I consider him a friend and I believe in him, believe in his character, blah, blah. But the one battle he cannot win is the fight against time. Wow, dang. I thought he was going to say Trump. None of us can. It's devastating to say it, but the Joe Biden I was with 3 weeks ago at the fundraiser was not the Joe Biden, the Joe Big effing deal Biden of 2010. He wasn't even the Joe Biden of 2020. He was the same man we all witnessed at the debate. Oh man. So yeah, if I can get to
Dang, that's all. He said all of that.
yeah,
He was
no,
shooting, baby.
yeah, he really was.
But you know what? We need real Democrats to step up to the plate and like be vocal. I get that you want to like preserve this man's legacy and he's important to the party. But if he won't, Clooney wrote this. But if he won't step down, it's time for like some of the big wigs to be like, dog, you have to step down. It's look. If you lose the presidential election, that's devastating, right? But if you lose the presidential election and we lose seats in the House, in both houses because of you, that's even more devastating. You know what I'm saying? At least with Kamala, you have a fighting chance and she could actually win. And if she doesn't win, at least you don't lose at the on some ballots. I don't know. Somebody got to come out with they boxing gloves and just be like, Jill, it's enough, Jill. It's enough. You know, you won't get another 4 more years, Jillian.
Jillian. Yeah, nah, but some of the things he's saying here is right. Like it's like disingenuous to argue the Democrats have already spoken their vote and therefore the nomination is settled and done when we just received new unsettling information. So yeah, like it's stuff like that. All the scary stories we're being told about what will happen next is not true. In all likelihood, the money in the Biden Harris coffers could go to help elect the presidential ticket and other Democrats. The new nominee wouldn't be left off the ballots in Ohio. So, like, a lot of people are bringing up reasons why replacing Biden, like, is going to be a bad move and stuff like that. But he's actually speaking against that. You know, like, no, it's actually going to be a good thing and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's yeah, so he did that. And we need like you I think you were just saying it, we do need more people to do that. Because the thing is, if it's not, it seems like if it's not like an overwhelming majority coming from powerful people, whether it be donors or whatever, like people in, you know, people in government and stuff like that, like a unanimous type of thing where it's like everyone calling him to drop. It seems like he's not going to do it, you know.
Yeah, and maybe say Jill Tracy Biden's name. You know, because it seems to be, you know, she seems to be a little of a
Yeah, that's
you know.
what I'm hearing. And also his people in his campaign have actually spoken out apparently. And what's crazy is like, Biden tonight in the press conference was like, you could talk to my staff. Sometimes they talk a lot. He literally did that. Like this little, sometimes they talk a lot. And it seems like he's referring to the fact that a lot of people have actually spoken against the Biden campaign that his campaign doesn't have any hope in him anymore. Like they've lost all hope and stuff like that. So he's not gonna do it. I don't see him doing it on his own, and it's only making things worse because he's only looking worse every time he speaks. He's looking worse and worse and worse.
Stop talking, Joe.
Just shut up, Joe. So yeah, I think that D.L. Hughley
Step
is,
down.
I think D.L. Hughley is either like highly misinformed, I or something. I don't know. I just don't agree with him. But
What if we all go to the White House and we start chanting, "Take Jill's crown. Tell Joe to step down. Take Jill." No.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Should we see what Trump said about Clooney?
Yeah. I love my favorite president. He's gonna pay for my one way to Colombia.
All right, so
Donald Trump shades George Clooney for turning on Joe Biden. Clooney should get out of politics and go back to television. Movies never really worked for him.
Good job. All right, let's read this from Mr. Donald J. Trump. Yo, look at his profile pic.
So now, fake movie actor George Clooney, who never came close to making a great movie, is getting into the act. He's turned on Crooked Joe like the rats they both are. What does Clooney know about anything? He uses the Democrat talking point that Biden, the worst president in the history of the United States, has saved our democracy. No. Crooked Joe was the one who weaponized law enforcement against his political opponent, me, Donald Trump, who created the most devastating inflation in the history of our country.
Not me, Donald Trump.
Who embarrassed our nation in Afghanistan and whose crazy open border policy has allowed millions of people to illegally pour into our country. Many from prisons and mental institutions. Crooked Joe didn't.
Biden.
Go ahead.
Crooked Joe Biden didn't save our democracy. He brought our democracy to its knees. Not like me. Not what I would have done. A lot of great people tell me I wouldn't have done that. A lot of people.
You should have read this whole thing.
Clooney should get out of politics and go back to television.
You can do a better Trump than Joe?
No, I wasn't trying to do it, Trump.
Oh, okay.
Back to television. Movies never really worked for him. Is he insane?
I don't do good impressions.
He's not insane. This is what's gonna rile up and hype up his voters to go vote for him.
Yo, they really love him.
Yeah,
they love him.
He's provocative. He gets the people going.
It's just crazy to call.
He literally tweeted like right then and there. Like the man is a walking trending topic. Like he's just boom right there. Let me just say it. Like he got at both of them and showed that there's honestly it's a really intelligent play. He's trying to show how divided the Democratic Party is. So if you vote for Biden, you'll vote for a house divided.
That is true.
Dang, if he steps, dang it, if he's what?
Dang if you step down, and dang if you don't. Honestly, I don't think it matters either way we go. Changing to a new Dem candidate looks bad too. It just helps with the optics, but not the polls.
Wait.
Who sounds like a South Park character to me? I read it like Cartman.
Carlos said stop mocking his president.
That's crazy. Cult-like behavior. Mocking your former president. See, he said mocking. There's beef in the chat.
Stop talking about my president. Yo, listen. But here's the hold up. Jimmy said I change into it. So I disagree, Jimmy. I disagree so much on this joint. Change into a new Dem candidate looks bad too. It just helps with the optic, but not the polls. I disagree. I think that we have a huge opportunity. I think you put someone there in this race who is younger than Trump,
Blacker, a womaner.
sharper. Put Kamala up. Go ahead. I've said it before. I'm
Kamala.
not a huge Kamala. Sorry, I do apologize. Put Kamala up, and I promise you, like I'm not a huge fan of her. I'm not, but
Why, Joseph?
it because of her track record and how she was as DA in California.
It's not because she's a
yeah.
woman.
No, not at all. I would love a woman to be in office, especially a woman of color. I think that's awesome. But the fact that
Yeah,
Huh?
he did.
I love a black woman in the presidency.
I would love for my daughter to grow up and see someone that reflects her in office. I would love so much to see that. To see that happen. Yo, see,
all he needs to do is put his baby on the screen. Like,
I'm gonna get the baby monitor.
Vote for Angie.
But not legit. I would absolutely love that. I have no problem with that. I'm just not a fan of her track record. But the thing is, you put her up next to Trump, the whole demographic changes. I think it's going to revitalize the election. I think it's going to finally be like a contest here. Finally. I think you're going to have someone who is more youthful instead of some dusty old white man up there. Like it's going to be incredible.
And she used to date Montel.
Watch the money
Montel
flood.
Williams?
She used to date Montel. So
I forgot about that.
The talk show host?
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. But
why you laugh?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Random fact.
I know it is a random fact. Yeah. Why of everyone in the world, she dated Montel. But I personally think it's going to revitalize the party at the election. I think the money's going to flow in. You're going to see these donors come back.
What about women being more emotional?
Oh, well, anyone in the chat want to answer that? Any of our women in the chat? Melissa, Vicky, are you still here?
They're not
bleach.
Here.
I need a woman. I need a woman that said bleach, blonde, bad built, butch body.
No, all jokes aside, though, do you think like you think like this country will vote?
Jasmine Crockett for president
for a woman?
Do you think this? Yeah, I think so.
I think so. I mean, when Obama.
Well, I feel like
Obama's not a woman, dogs.
I feel like at this juncture, I feel like at this area, at this point, I think that they will. I think it's not saying much, which is sad, but it's like, it's sad that out of a desperation. I feel like if we weren't in a desperate place, which is what I'm trying to say, that it's sad. If we weren't in such a desperate place, then they probably wouldn't really be voting for a woman of color, let alone a woman in general. I feel like there are a lot of people who view it the way that Kano was saying. Oh, she's emotional. That women are emotional. They don't know how to lead a country because they'll be led by their emotions.
If you think people were mad that Obama was president, wait till you see their reactions for a woman telling them what to do.
But my point with that was the fact that we weren't ready. Like, we were wondering if we were ready for a black president.
I mean, they already.
I think the fact
that how many times they called
it's different
Michelle
though.
Obama a man.
It's different though. That's why she don't want to be a president,
man, bro.
It's different though. Like being the first black president, being the first woman president. Like,
no, absolutely. Yeah.
I can already people are gonna be like, yo, what's she doing in the West Wing? Is the kitchen closed? Those are gonna be things people say. Like,
Yeah, I mean, but you think people wasn't talking crazy when we had our first black president and he was there for 6 years? I'm 6 years. I'm 8 years.
I
I
always
remember they had
Joe Biden.
a picture of like I guess like a pinata or some sort of doll that looked like Obama, and him hanging from a tree.
I always like to remind people in this country, the great old U.S. of A. Black men had a right to vote before women did.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you take that how you want.
No, you're right. I'm not saying I what, but I do think that it's just like we're never gonna be ready for these pivotal moments until they actually happen. If this is the opportunity for it to happen, then let's do it. Nothing says more Democrat left leaning than putting a woman of color up on the ballot. Like that is them all the way. That's all the way. So do it. Everyone
I got such a
turn
stupid
away from
question.
this man.
I have such a dumb question, but I have to ask.
I'm afraid. I'm really afraid.
Did she get maternity leave as like a president? Like if
That's a really good question.
They probably haven't. They probably haven't written any rules that pertain to women that's president.
Yeah,
Like,
you,
they probably
are you
haven't,
able
Like, dang,
to-
woman,
are you-
whoa! We gotta think of some new rules.
are you able to legally, like, not legally, but like is it okay for you to get pregnant while you're president?
see,
Like,
we didn't have to ask us about Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah. Stupid. No, you're right. I mean, that is like something to consider. Because watching my wife's pregnancy, I feel like that would be something that you would have to agree not to do. That's just crazy.
Oh wait, we're so stupid. Jimmy's right.
That's true. You're right on that. Well, actually,
The
no.
most obvious,
how
the
old
most
is
obvious
Kamala?
answer.
How old is Kamala?
How
She
old?
must be in the 50s, 60s.
59. Doesn't look it.
Black don't crack, man. But anyway,
Not at all.
but I remember there was like somebody who was like 60 years old, and she was on the cover of some magazine, and she was pregnant.
Yo, she is over 20 years younger than Biden. Oh my gosh. Can you believe that? This is just anyway. But yeah, man, yeah, I think a lot of people were hoping that these recent like talks, Biden had a phone call, he had that
Thank you,
Stephanopoulos
Melissa.
interview. He also had the NATO and the press conference today. It hasn't inspired any hope, any faith in him. At one point during the conference, he started whispering and stuff like that. Like it was just,
I say that, people.
yeah, it was like he legit.
I thought you were laughing at that, Kyle.
Yeah, no, nah, he's being fickle with his laughs today.
Sorry.
But yeah,
Giving those laughs out sparingly.
Democracy is falling apart. I don't have time to be amused.
he starts laughing at democracy falling apart.
Yeah, looking at George Clooney.
But
Well, looking at things like glass half full, when democracy falls apart, we can then position ourselves to be warlords of our respective communities. So,
your dream. He
There,
gave
see?
you the laugh.
That's
He
funny.
gave you the laugh.
That was really funny. I don't know why.
Let's
I
all-
just thought about Cano in the scene of Mad Max.
Let's all talk about Cano's greatest life goal, guys.
conquer the world,
Yep.
and like
Or at least my
like Genghis
city
Khan.
first.
Oh,
He's not there yet, but trust me.
just conquering the world on horseback.
So,
Can you ride a horse?
No,
can you imagine him riding a horse?
I think I would hurt the horse. Nay.
my son gonna be like, nah.
Get out of here.
gosh. But you know it's crazy when you think about your president and his schedule, and you're like, "Dang, you did NATO and a press conference in the same day. I hope you took a nap in between."
Well, he did say he need more nappies.
How did you fit both of those in one day? And we're talking about the president of the United States. That's what is insane.
It's a. I mean, I don't know what else to say really. Shout outs to the Democratic Party and their crisis. Praying for y'all. Hope y'all make it through.
I will say this: if they don't remove Biden and Biden goes through with the presidency, they do deserve to lose because all the signs are there.
We all deserve.
All the signs were there. No, we don't deserve Project 2025, but that party deserves to lose, and everybody should stop supporting them after that. I mean, probably because they're in jail, because Trump put them in there. That'll help us stop supporting them. But
Put
yeah.
Biden in jail. First executive order.
You remember the debate? He was like, "You're the felon. You're the felon. You just don't know it yet. You're the felon."
Yo, so you really believe that though? Like if Biden loses and stuff like that, this party should be should not have any support whatsoever.
Yes, this is the worst, bro. I am a 33-year-old male who I don't know why I put my age in there, who doesn't have political experience, and I can see that an audible needs to be called. And if the big guys over there can't get anything done, that's typical Democrat Party stuff, not getting things done. In the same way that they weren't able to push a Supreme Court justice in. You know, people go, oh, that was the Republican Party. They fought back. Okay, yeah. You learn how to fight back. They were fighting back on Obamacare. They wouldn't like negotiate. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been doing that for the 8 years. Y'all play too nice, man. This is on y'all. Y'all not a good party.
Yeah.
That's even not one I want to attend.
They're playing too nice with Biden. Last week I would have gave Biden the out, and if Biden was like, nah, then I would have been like, all right, everybody here wants you to leave. You are at by the way, at the Democratic National Convention, they could still like challenge him over there.
Oh, like another candidate could step up. They're too much of a cowards, bro.
Mm-hmm,
All of them are cowards. They're not willing to step up. They're not willing to put their neck out. They're too afraid. So they want to do the safe route and say the safe things. Well, it's up to him, and if he chooses to go ahead with it, then we're gonna support him. Yeah, but it's up to him. He had a bad night. He had a few.
Well, just do me a favor. When we're in the labor camps, hopefully we're by like the politicians. You just do that to them every night. Every night before we go to bed, you go, oh, it's up to him. It's up to him. He has to, you do that.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
We all deaf stare them.
This is terrifying.
Well, this has been the Can't Focus podcast.
Honestly, I'm not mad at that.
This is what we have to fear here. This
will give us a colossal going to hell. The critical job of institutions such as Heritage is to lay the groundwork, and Heritage does such an incredible job at that. This is a great group, and they're going to lay the groundwork and detail plans for exactly what our movement will do and what your movement will do when the American people give us a colossal mandate to save America. And that's coming. That's coming. Country is going to hell. The critical job of institutions such as Heritage is to...
Such as Heritage. So, when was this? Yeah, okay, so this is sometime in the... They're not giving a date here, but... Yeah, so this is something where basically is Trump giving a huge, glowing, shining endorsement to the Heritage Foundation or Fund?
Yeah, foundation.
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 Who's the think? Who's the think tank? Who's the think tank behind Project 2025?
Hoogly.
It's a
Yeah.
think tank.
Yeah, they're the ones behind Project 2025. Trump is out here like just endorsing them and endorsing what they're doing. You notice he used the phrases huge mandates that are coming and take back America and things like that. Um, this is terrifying, and this is probably one of the most. So during the press conference was the first time that I heard Joe Biden mention Project 2025. He actually mentioned it tonight. Um, I I just want to know why the Democrats. I know that they got their hands full with their candidate, but why are they not talking about this? That's just the thing that makes no sense whatsoever. Um, but yeah, it seems like this is what we have to look forward to if we continue with the current candidate we have, the man who believes that no polls are out there saying that he's losing, that they're saying that he's in the lead, or you can't trust the polls. When can you trust polls?
We cooked, y'all.
Yeah.
We cooked, baby.
So, and let's also remember, presidents have full immunity now. So I don't know. With this landscape, how are y'all feeling looking at this? In the chat, let me know what y'all thinking too.
Melissa shared what she thought already. If you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
share that.
Melissa says, our country is a mess. I pose this. Biden remains on the ballot, possibly gets voted in for another term, and then mandatory mental acuity testing proves he is fit, or his VP gets to take over. Despite his gaffes, see, it's a word, flubs, there's another one, and however else you would like to put it. Oh, I think she's making fun of me now. Melissa, no, I'm joking. I would still rather him over Trump. See that if it's only because Project 2025 is in the conversation, as well as this whole immunity thing. That's the only reason why I would agree with you. Otherwise, I'm terrified of a man who has rumors at the very least about him having Parkinson's, looking like he is, going through dementia on live television in front of us. Him having all of that power. And let's not forget, it's not like the crisis between Israel and Gaza is going away. It's not like everything concerning Ukraine and Russia's going away. So now he has to, at his age and how he's looking, has to navigate all of that, not even talking about everything concerning us here. So I don't know. I'm worried because it doesn't seem like the person I'm voting for is gonna be the one who's awake at the meetings. So, but I get what you're saying only because of Project 2025. That's it.
Running a country is a very, very, I can only assume is a very, very difficult thing to do. And I definitely don't trust that Biden can do it at this point. But at the same time, I do agree with Alive. I think that if I'm going to go out to the polls, it's because of Project 2025 or for the hope that Kamala will step in. Maybe Biden is too sick or unfit to lead mentally, and Kamala gets put into the reins. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I really wasn't gonna vote. Honestly, I really wasn't gonna go out there and vote. But now I'm getting more information on this Project 2025 stuff. And I guess I'm letting the fear get to me. I need to make sure that that I'm safe and that my family's safe. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's just me trying to make sure that my family's okay.
Yeah, that's that crazy thing. We back into like a fear vote all over again.
Really shouldn't be that way, but here we are. But that's my 2 cents.
All right. Well, speaking of, people, unless you got something, Kano.
I don't want to say it and then regret it. But like, how bad will Project 2025 be, really? Like, can they execute it? Like I know they've done a good job so far, right? But some of the end game stuff that they got is like everything out of
Pretty
like
hard to
fall
pull
into
off.
place. Yeah, everything out of fall. Like, we just supposed to sit there and take it, pause. Like, I don't know. I don't know anything. That's what I be learning about myself every day is I don't know nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. I do. There is that wonder to me as well, where it's just like, is it really gonna go through? Is this really just? Are y'all gassing it? Are y'all? Is this only a situation where you're again fear mongering me into a vote?
Yeah, but I don't want to say all that and then like in 2 years, I'm in Rosario, Mexico. Like, damn it, he got me.
You didn't send me to Colombia. I said Colombia.
I don't even got no money. Just...
But speaking of the, Project 2025 and the right winning and all that.
How come your mute is always on?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that you could turn that off? I hate it.
I don't know. Usually when I turn it off the one time,
it's off for the whole time.
Nah,
Like sometimes I have to sometimes I have to mute it before anything else happens because anyway.
Marriage.
It's a sin.
You think it's a sin? So you think I'm sinful?
What's that?
You think I'm sinful because I'm married to a man?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes, you're sinning. Yeah. You are in a sinful relationship. I actually don't believe marriage can be between two men. So I don't.
What do you think about same-sex marriage?
Yeah.
It's a sin.
You think it's a sin? So you think I'm sinful?
What's that?
You think I'm sinful because I'm married to a man?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes, you're sinning. You are in a sinful relationship. I actually don't believe marriage can be between two men. So I don't.
What do you
Don
think
Lemon, why are you gay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you gay, Don Lemon? Why are you gay? Are you?
And then look
are
at
you gay?
Look at the tweet. Don Lemon said, "Well, that's certainly an opinion," and then she said, "The Bible's not an opinion."
Who said that?
On the right here on their tweets.
Oh,
that's certainly an opinion. The Bible's not an opinion.
Yeah, you going to hell, Don Lemon?
Say what you say. I truly don't like Candace Owens at all.
Yikes!
But one thing is for certain: if she gonna be wrong and strong, she gonna be wrong and strong. She wanna be right and strong, she gonna be right and strong. It don't matter. She gonna say what she gotta say.
Yeah, it's.
I gotta be real with
like
y'all.
She literally just laid it out there. She was like,
Yeah.
It's a sin. So you think me and my husband we're in sin? Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta be real with you though. Like,
I tell you what,
That's what it,
I tell you
you
what,
gotta
that
make that joint
evangelical
gangster.
vote, yeah, no, it's definitely gangster the way she went about it. But that
it ain't about
evangelical
the
vote
vote
is
though,
going there.
man. It ain't about the vote, man. It's listen, it's in that Bible. You know what I mean? It's in the Quran. It's in the Bible. It's in the Quran. It's fire for that. You know what I mean? They go, you know,
Yeah.
it's just,
Yo, this dude.
it's fire for that. Shout out to them. Y'all should have the right to be married. You know, I'm not saying not, but when you get to them pearly gates, you know what I mean? I hope it's not a surprise if they point down. Like, you got the freedom to live how you want. That's dope. Here, you on earth. So you have freedom. And nobody should persecute nobody for their lifestyle choices. But you better hope Islam is wrong. Because if you get over there and you see Muhammad, you're not making it to paradise. I'm just letting you know. You know what I'm saying? You just better hope that religion they got it wrong when they wrote it down. You better hope someone, no, they misunderstood. It was you know, I said thou shalt not lie with a man. I know that's not like scripture. I hate that it's the two of y'all that I'm talking to right now. But you know, in the good book, it do say don't yeah, it say don't play with another man's booty. It do say that. I know that. That's why we call it sodomy.
Now you're
Yeah, tell me I'm wrong though. That's why we call it sodomy, from Sodom and Gomorrah.
I thought you were gonna tell me why I was like, that's why I call it sodomy.
But
So you
also
not in sodomy.
Oh, hey, yo, dog. I don't even want to have this conversation with you no more. You going to hell. The hell is that?
That's crazy.
Oh, I'm in pain.
Oh.
Fire for that.
That is a very, I don't know. How could she have gone about that a bit better? I don't know. As somebody who wants to,
we gotta stop pretending though, right? Like if you believe your religion, right? Like if you Muslim, if you Rastafari, if you're most of the denominations of Christianity, if you not the new Catholics don't believe it because the new Pope likes the gays, but you know it wasn't like that before. It wasn't like that before.
I think this forgets. I think you be forgetting that you speaking like not to us on a phone call.
like you know, this is not a three-way call. Like this ain't no.
Yeah. Like I said, I feel like you should be free to live however you want, right? You should have the freedom to get married. I disagree with her there. Like I think they should be allowed to be married, and I think that as you're human, having your human experience, nobody, as long as you're not hurting nobody, and everybody's a consenting adult, you should be able to do what you do. But you can't get mad at the people who don't believe you're gonna make it to heaven. Like you can't be like, oh, that's an opinion. Nah, it's in the Bible. We've been doing this for 2,000 years now. You know what I'm saying? It's in here.
You know what gets me tight though, and maybe this is the track record that modern religious people usually take nowadays, in response to not saying anything against people of the LGBTQ plus community. But whatever, I'm gonna take the route. It's just crazy to me that we get very hung up on this. I hate how certain.
You wish we paid more attention to the mixing of the meat and the milk. You think we should take that one more serious?
There's a lot more there. there's so much picking and choosing when it comes to especially evangelical Republican type of views of scripture, and they always use this. They weaponize it. They weaponize it and use this as a whole reasoning to support their backing, and it just never made sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I get it, but it becomes more of a status for them. It becomes more of something for them to identify with.
You don't think they
And
should
they
have the
get,
freedom to feel that way though? Like Candace Owens has the freedom in the same way that Don Lemon should have the freedom to marry who he wants. Shouldn't she have the freedom to hold her opinion that it's not a?
but here's the thing. Then we're gonna turn around and be like, well, if I turn around and be like, well, Candace, how about the Bible talking about compassion? Did you have compassion on in 2020 when you were talking about all these people that were getting killed by police and stuff like that? Did you have compassion on them, or did you speak down on them? Did you speak like terribly about them? Did you speak lovingly? Did you just
Aren't there
answer
more?
John Lemon lovingly? But we're gonna overlook that and be like, oh well, everybody has sin, and that's gonna be the response. No one's perfect, but then we're gonna chastise and put the people of the gay community down, and it because it's an identity marker.
We're not the one putting them down. That's
No.
God putting them down.
No, I'm saying that it's the right evangelicals, and it ends up being more of an identity marker than anything else. It's not that they're trying to obey the Bible. It's not that they feel strongly about the Bible not being taken seriously, or else these people would not let's talk about your foul language. Let's talk about greed. Let's talk about all these other things that Jesus points out, right? But this is the one thing that you really want to get hung up on and you really want to point out, because it's an identity marker for you. It's an in-group they versus us type of thinking. Us versus them type of thinking. And you feel all the more supported because just like in that statement, it says it right there. She's like, oh, the Bible is not an opinion. Even though, let's be honest, there's plenty of opinions in the Bible. But the Bible is not an opinion. Authority. It's an authority for her. So she feels fine utilizing it as an authority. It's just, that's all I gotta say.
Look at Adam 22 over here.
I also feel like this. I also want to say there's a time and a place for everything. That also is in the Bible. And the thought process or the mission is to also win people's souls for Christ. And I just don't think you going on TV with Don Lemon and saying these things is trying to win people over for Christ. I don't. There's a line drawn in the sand that needs to be made, but you could have done that. You could have done that more eloquently. I mean, also in the Bible, it talks about being shrewd as snakes and innocent as doves, and yeah, you know what I mean. Like that's also very important. It's just I feel like when people do that, and honestly, I feel like Candace does stuff for the clicks and the likes, and she's in dire need of clicks and likes. Like we already know, she's already gotten fired from her show. She definitely needs another platform, so she's probably not even doing it out of the goodness of her own heart, or even to just be a Christian and say, listen, I want to help Don Lemon in some way, shape, or form. She's doing it because she wants more fame and whatever, and she knows this is going to go viral and we're going to talk about it. So now there's more pictures of her floating around and different things like that. So we're not even having the right mindset to begin with. So I just want to put it out there that this is the wrong way. If you're trying to evangelize, if you're trying to show that you're trying to be Christ's ambassador, it's definitely the wrong way. And and I do agree with Alive. It's like you literally spent a whole year literally bringing down whether or not you believe that these cops did what they did. You also just went and said how horrible of a human being they are, and you think Jesus would do something like that? Like you think that is the mindset of Christ to bring out all of these bad things? Oh, he did this. He put a gun to a pregnant woman, but don't talk about the time when he was trying to repent and make changes and was crying on live because he was really trying to do things for his family and make a difference in his life. So yeah, and I don't know if I said the name, but we're talking about George Floyd here. Like that's how she's made it her mission to make him look like he's the scum of the earth and he kind of deserved to die. And that's when we start peddling the American way rather than like the Christian way. So it's
like that's been her whole thing.
disgusting.
Like they deserve this, and let me show you how they deserve this. It's just didn't she say
Just because she's
something
had bad
similar
takes, though.
But didn't she say something similar about Breonna Taylor?
Yeah.
Am I bugging?
No, she did. Just because she had bad takes, though, don't mean that she can't have an opinion that people have to like. I'm not saying respect, but you gotta. If you can have your beliefs, people can have theirs.
Yes, you can. But the Bible is something that you
Jimmy,
take as a
my
whole.
guy. I always knew I liked Jimmy. Look at that. I don't believe in your marriage between two men. How else can she answer that? Yeah, she didn't say nothing malicious to him. She wasn't like, I don't think you should exist, gay boy. She never said none of that. Like,
you gay. You man gay. Why you ask me that question? You know
Here's
the
the
answer.
thing.
Gay
Here's
boy.
the thing, though. But here's my gay boy. But here's the thing, though. Like, look. You did not. Yo, you ain't just say that, bro.
To answer that question, Jimmy, like for real, she definitely could have not answered that. She could definitely be like, we could talk about this offline. We can also say, I'm not the judge. I'm not the judge of that. It's the Bible. You can go ahead and read it. There's other ways that she could have done it in a respectful manner. I mean, she simply just said yes. I mean, I guess in some ways that's cool for her to answer in that way. But I'm trying. It boils down to what is your mindset behind it? What is your mindset behind it? Because at the end of the day, and we all will agree that we're gonna be judged by this Bible, right? We all can sit here. We all gonna agree that in the Bible there's ways to win that whole situation, and I just think that this wasn't the right way. And we also got to judge the thoughts and attitudes of the heart. We don't know where her mindset's at. Is she really trying to win over Don Lemon? Is she really trying to win over the plethora of men and women who are living this lifestyle? No.
And also, I just say, look at her track record too. Her track record doesn't seem to be like someone who's trying to answer honestly and stuff like that. So I feel like we have every right to look at this and be like, yeah, you're trying to do you this is identity politics. That's what this is. And also, this just doesn't seem polite to me. Like nothing about this seem.
It's a sin.
You think it's a sin. So you think
It
I'm
is a sin.
sinful.
What's that?
You think I'm sinful because I'm married to a man.
Yeah.
You do.
Yes, you're sinning.
Yeah.
You are in a sinful relationship. I actually don't believe marriage can be between two men. So I don't.
What do you think about same-sex marriage?
It's a sin.
Yeah. So I just that doesn't seem like how else could she answer? I just feel like that seems. See, we keep Candace's face on there because because we're doing.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like if her heart was like, yo, I'm really trying to make this, you know what? I'm repeating myself. I'll shut up.
I just feel like that wasn't the right way, the right time. It's not winning over any hearts. It's only speaking to the demographic that already staunchly agrees with you and your opinions and your views, and all they're gonna do it's just digging their heels in more to show how they're right and the other side is wrong, while never looking at in the mirror at all about what's going on with them. This doesn't fulfill anything, and honestly, I really think she could have said it so much better on top of that, and she knows how to speak. She knows how to do that. She's doing this on purpose. But yeah,
100%.
What if she just cares about his soul and she don't want him to go to hell?
Yo, like, are you gonna become a Christian soon?
No.
Because you defending this like you are.
No, because I really feel like people should be able to have their own opinions without being attacked.
It's true. I completely agree.
But I feel like the cut and dry of it is that people will be attacked, and that's why and I feel like say what you will about the Bible, but they put certain scriptures in there for the very situation of like, all right, I may have a platform that's going to reach the masses. What is the best way for me to reach the masses in the right way? And you can have your opinion, and she can share her opinion. Like you said, it's a free country. She should be able to without being attacked. But people are gonna look at that and be like, all right, like I want to now I really don't like this person. Now I really don't like the Bible. Now I really don't like God. I don't really like Jesus. There's a way like there's so much degrees of separation between like that particular topic and Jesus, and a lot of it has to deal with Christians and how they speak about these things. Like, we got to do better as somebody, for me, as somebody who identifies right now, like as a Christian, I see myself as at least doing my best to be an ambassador of Christ. I need to know how I'm going to share with the person that I know is going to need it. And me just flat out saying certain things is not the right way. Not, at least not in my opinion.
Yep.
But I don't want to keep repeating myself. We can go on to the next drink.
Absolutely.
Free Candace Owens.
And, talk about an opinion.
Michael Ealy. That's his name.
What's your opinion on this one, gentlemen?
Nah, yo, you really do crazy. Did he even give him a pound?
If I was Jonathan Majors, though, I would have beat Michael Ealy like a white woman.
Yo, shut up, And he got to sit there and take a picture with him. Did he even give him a pound though?
Why'd you mute it when it looped?
He didn't even give him a pound.
Why'd you mute it when it looped? Why are you like this?
Yo, you know what? I just feel like I should be able to express my opinion without being attacked for it. I just
Go ahead. Make the podcast.
Yo,
worse.
he didn't even Can we talk about the disrespect that Michael Ealy gave to Jonathan Majors right then and there? Like, he didn't even give him a pound, boy.
Can you put the volume on? Because I want to hear her because your thing we didn't get it from the beginning.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Y'all want to get in?
Nah, that's crazy.
What's up, baby? How you doing? Good to see you, man. Everything good? How was it?
I all I wanted was a sound because I wanted to hear him grunt while he picked her up because that was crazy. She was like, "Hey, Michael." He was like, "Oh, I mean, he did one of those."
I mean, is there? Did Michael Ealy ever?
What's up, baby? How you doing? Good to see you, man. Everything good?
So I do think it might be being blown a little bit out of proportion.
Boy, you gonna let somebody say hi to your wife like that and then not say hi to you?
Where you even say what up to you, boy? Like,
well, here's the thing. Look,
fight
did
that
y'all read this? I'll fight that dude. Did y'all read this? Michael Ealy was juiced to reunite with Meagan Good at the Power Players Mix and Mingle event. If you recall, the two starred in the Think Like a Man movies and The Intruder together. Reports state Michael and Jonathan Majors spoke inside the venue before Michael saw Meagan. So, according to those reports, him and Jonathan already had their introduction. They already dapped it up.
Did he pick him up?
And have a conversation.
Did he pick Jonathan
We'll
up?
never know. We'll never know.
Yo, optics is everything, my guy. First and foremost, we just spoke about that with Candace Owens. It was about like how this stuff is. You should have dapped him up again, boy.
Yeah, but none of this
That's
is
crazy.
none of this is as important. It's if
crazy.
I already had a whole conversation with you, and then I see my co-star, who's your girlfriend, who I've done multiple projects with later, I'm not gonna dap you up again when we were just, talking in there. That's kind of disingenuous. That's inauthentic. That would be weird. So if I was already talking to Jonathan and stuff like,
I wouldn't
I
know.
don't think,
I know for a fact.
you
I
know what
wouldn't pick her up
optics?
and hug her, dog.
I don't know if I feel like that's my sister. I don't. Who are we to judge it? We saw
Boy,
Alicia Keys
if
and
you feel like my
and
girl's
Usher
your
on
sister,
stage at Super Bowl.
you feel like my girl's your sister, and you pick up a hugger like that, we gonna have a conversation.
Yo, Kudo, you are you serious? All right, but hold up.
I'm tripping.
I think you are.
Nah,
Because
I'm
alive.
Hold up. Wait. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct, because I might be remembering this wrong because I have no memory whatsoever. Were you arguing that there was nothing wrong with the whole Chris Brown giving a lap dance
That's
to that
very
girl?
different. This is so different. This is not even the same thing. This isn't even the same thing at all.
Word, Jimmy, he should have dapped him up again. That's what he should have done. It's optics is everything, my guy.
Listen. One is a concert. You pay for the experience, right? You first of all, in my argument for the Chris Brown thing, nobody's a celebrity, okay? Your girlfriend Tina, that's the only time she gonna have a chance to get a lap dance from Chris Brown. So you gonna let Tina get a little lap dance from a 15-year-old crush, okay? Don't be jealous. You let her have her little moment with her R&B crush that she got no chance of bagging in life, okay? Here is different. This is a coworker. Y'all all on the same level. Y'all all work the same industry. You don't ever pick up my girl like that. Don't ever in your life ever hold my girl where her feet don't be on the ground. And then she goes, "Oh, hey, Michael." Never in life.
Hugging her from the waist, my God.
The only reason he ain't slapped nobody is because he just beat that other case. That's the only reason that man ain't slapped nobody.
You should have played the one that I gave you. You should have played the one that I gave you with Drewski.
Oh, let me see.
But he compared the one with Drewski. But nah, that joint, fire for that. That joint crazy.
Joe, let me ask you a question.
You got to hold on to a hat.
Let me ask you a question. You have a wife. You have a wife, right? Let's say you got a wife, right? And they worked at a site together. They worked together in a location like a year ago, right? If she ain't see her male coworker in a year, and y'all had key food, right? And you met the coworker before, you've met him, so you see him at aisle 4, and you go, babe, you know who I seen at aisle 4? I just seen your old coach. She's like, oh, that's crazy. And then y'all guys meet up at the cash register, and then he picks her up, and she goes, "Hey, David, you just gonna watch her? You gonna watch your wife in the air as David just hold her? You gonna be like, nah, I said hi to him in now 5.
Like you wasn't that excited to see me. Like you wasn't, but you all that excited to see her. Like, what's up with that?
I'm tripping. I'm not tripping.
I don't. It's just like the. All right, did you feel the way about the Usher and Alicia Keys thing?
I got a better one. I got a bet. Please ask your wife this question. No. Ask your wife this question for me, please. If you see one of your coworkers and you pick them up in the air, and you like, oh hey, please tell me what your wife
look
do.
Like Simba. Why? Circle of life. Oh, he disappeared. He didn't want to answer the question. Yo, he bounced. Yo, that's the craziest like disappearing act from a question. Yo, that's wild. But I answered that question. But that happened to me with when I was dating this dating this one girl when I was in college, and we went to a was it a high school reunion? I went to a high school reunion, and this girl came up to me. They was like, Kyle, and she ran up to me, and she literally jumped on me, and
the girl was there
holding her. Holding her legs up in the air like
for the sniper. Whoa, you was holding her legs.
Right. Michael Ealy over here. Like,
I haven't seen you so long.
Michael Ealy.
Like, yo, what up? What's good? And the girl was there.
Of course she was. Of course she was. There's only one type of girl who's not going to be mad in that situation, and that's a girl that you just discover her fetish. She likes watching you be unfaithful. That's the only girl that's gonna be like, nah, that was cool. I like that.
So
is this the one with the video with Drewski?
Let me see.
Nah, he was wilding for that, man. Yo. Hey man, happy birthday, man. Yeah. This was watch out, bro. Hey, you funny as hell. Keep that shit up, bro. Keep that shit up. You got a good girl right here.
You got a good girl right here. She a good one.
What up, y'all? Yo, that was.
Hey, Playboy, watch yourself.
Nah, look, Jimmy's smart. He said, "You a wild. I would have slapped her. I would have dropped her." Yeah, that's a fact.
Well, she was that wasn't my wife. That was my girlfriend.
See, here's the thing. You know what the optics of this is?
Yes,
you know
she'll never bag Chris Brown. So let her get her little lap dance on.
But that's an opportunity.
No.
That's an opportunity. Now Chris Brown gets to. Yeah, nah, that's wild, boy.
Now, who am I? That's mad egotistical. Who am I to get in the way of my wife and Chris Brown smashing?
So wait, you don't think it's egotistical for you to be like, oh, he hugged my girl?
No, because we all peers.
Oh,
you don't get to do that if we peers.
If we're peers, so now,
yeah.
so I could give another man the status of my woman. I could give another man access to my woman in a much more personal and sensual type of setting. That's okay. But if
not
he hugs her,
celebrity, but breezy, yeah.
Dog.
Like if it was Jay Holiday, nah. Like you bugging. You know when you want to laugh from Jay Holiday.
Dog.
We push you to bad. No, you gonna stay right here in this crowd with me. Jay Holiday wasn't your crush. Get out of here.
Nah, bro. It's someone that I actually had a real relationship with. Like, yo, this someone that I actually had a relationship with, a friendship with, someone that I worked with that I haven't seen in a long time. I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, I had a friendship with them.
Please, just do me a favor, just for me and you and Kyle, and tell us in the morning. Please ask your wife what she would do if you was out and a girl came up to you and said, "Hey, Joe," and then you just pick her up off her feet and she goes, "Joey," and just tell me, please tell me, and then, all you can say to her is go, "Oh, nah, babe, we work together, please."
So listen, I think I'll ask her. I will ask her. But I think that the biggest issue with optics here is this, what I'm showing right now, his face. But that's the thing. If you know Jonathan Majors, which I'm a huge fan of Jonathan Majors, he is a weirdo. Okay. He is a very weird, standoffish type of person. He's not, you don't get like warmth and stuff. Even when he's doing like interviews for his movies and stuff like that, he's not like that type of guy. You know, some of these actors are just like that. They're just weirdos. Jonathan Majors is one of them. So he will make anything look like very awkward, very weird. His faces and stuff like that don't always match the situation that he's in very well. So I think, yeah, that could be. But if the reports are true that he had a conversation beforehand and they dapped it up and all that before he even saw Meagan, then it makes total sense why they didn't dap it up. Because why would he avoid? He's really just going to do that? Like just avoid the man's standing there and knows that that's her man? He's going to do that on purpose? That makes no sense.
All right.
So I just feel like this is the thing
messing
it up.
Right. In the same right. There's a level of respect. I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson from that night, holding her by the thighs or whatever. That was not a good idea. That was wrong, right? As I grow, become a man, I'm married.
Wait, hold on. Holding her by the thighs.
How else am I picking her up? She grabbed onto me and she put her legs around me.
Michael Isley gave you the blueprint of how to do that. Not Isley. I'm sorry.
Michael Isley. That sound like a fusion between the actor and the singer.
But he gave you the master class on how to not pick them up by the thighs.
He did pick her up by the thigh.
He didn't pick her up by the thighs. What are you talking about?
He picked her up by the waist, which is worse to me. Nah, it's not worse.
He didn't pick her up by the waist, y'all.
So what he picked her up by her?
Play it back.
What he picked her up by
now.
Can we laugh at this though?
Now.
This joint is hilarious. I know a solid ride home when I see it.
Play it back. There's no way he's holding her. He's holding her by the waist, homie.
He's holding her by the back. What are y'all
okay, dogs. All right, man.
It's right under her arm. Look, zoom in.
It's not
right under her armpit.
Right there, boy. It's not right there. You wildin'.
Look at my son Jonathan. Look at him like I can't believe this.
He like this is why I beat that white woman. They just keep playing with me. They keep playing with me.
You think I won't do it to you?
Nah, she a real one. That's another thing. She a real one. He can't. He has no right to feel any type of way because she a real one. She stood by him during.
How you know? How you know every night? How you know? Like right before they go to bed every night, she'll yell at him for what happened that night. How you know? Like you just said that. Like you don't know nothing.
How you know? How do you know?
Even more of a
that
reason.
She's not talking to Michael Ealy when he go to sleep.
Yeah. How you know? Yeah. You don't know nothing.
Nah, you're right. They could be made up and all that, but still.
But listen, here's my thing. I didn't finish what I said. Respect.
Did y'all feel the same way about this?
Yes.
This was crazy.
Yes, I did. Michael
Swiss Beast was like, "Yo, no beef."
My
and then like he whispered in her ear, "You know, you always be my boo, right?"
What I'm trying to say is that you know that person is in a relationship. You understand that person. A long hug for me is not that big of a deal. You do a long hug or whatever, but you grabbing her by the waist, you picking her up. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a little too much in my opinion.
I'll tell you
and
right
in
now,
front
you
of
know
me
who?
on top of that, like in front of me on top, like I feel like there should be some sort of respect. Like I'm not, like when do y'all do that?
Say it for them in the back, Jimmy. That whole trial was a setup. That whole trial was trash.
I'm gonna tell you something.
This
You know
man
one dude
should still be king.
You know one dude whose girl is never gonna get picked up like that? Jay-Z. Never happened. It would have
Because
never
there's
happened.
respect, bro. Like I'm sorry, there's got to be a level of respect. A level of respect. No way. There's a guy that we all know that I felt hugged my wife for too long, and I stepped to him. I was like, "Yo, what was that?" I told him. I said, I told him straight up.
Everyone, mute the pod. Call me. Right, text in the chat.
Text is the name because I think I know who it is.
I think I know who it is too.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know, and if you do know, then that means there's a certain time that y'all saw it and I didn't see it.
Oh, so now you're implicating us? What the heck? What type of setup is that?
You're like, oh, and it's disrespectful for y'all to not have said nothing.
And if you didn't say
word is mad,
right.
like yo, you should be like, yo, what's up with that? What's up with your boy? What's up with that dude doing that?
Well, maybe I just thought that it wasn't that serious. Oh, you sent it in the private chat. Oh, really?
Oh, how you see the private chat?
You see where it says private chat?
No.
On your screen?
No, if you put it on the phone, it has.
He's not on his phone though. You on a laptop, right?
Yeah, I don't have that.
Bro, it's on the screen. You see how you can see the chat?
Oh, that's not who I thought it was gonna be. That's not. I thought you know who I thought it was, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Sorry, guys, for the inside joke.
Another name. That's who I thought it was gonna be.
Oh, what?
Jimmy said, "Text me too, Martin."
Yeah, you know him too.
You do know him. But see, so that's a prime example, though. That's the thing. I expect that actually from someone like who you just mentioned, because that's the person he is. Like I could see him doing something like that with my wife, and it not be.
No, I don't care. No,
and he's not taking it that way. He's not making it that way at all. And I know my wife ain't going home with him.
Stop dicks, my guy.
I look, dude. I can't.
It's weird,
if
boy.
you're telling me that
That's
we
my wife,
worked
man.
with each other, and it's been a minute since we've seen each other. It's been years, and
y'all ain't hearing me.
Multiple projects.
Y'all not hearing me. It's okay.
Nah, I don't think it's that serious.
On 5-5 Crip
spoke beforehand.
On 5-5 Crip, don't pick up my girl ever.
Yo, for real, don't pick up my girl, boy.
Her feet must be on ground at all times.
Oh my god,
that's how I feel too. By the way, I got my phone about to die.
So you saying goodbye? What's happening?
No, we just won't get the headphones.
Young Thug kids make threats against Gunna in new song. Okay. Slat. Ow, I bit my
First
teeth.
of all,
all right, so Young Thug's kids dissing Gunna.
All day to the face. Smoking on high, got shot in the face.
And Lodi, you keep switching games, you a lame. Billy, your son, D.L.
I need to get this from the start. Oh my god.
All day to the face. Smoking on high, got shot in the face.
And Lodi, you keep switching games, you a lame. And Billy, your son, D.L. he ain't changed. And Billy a rat, he keep leaving stage. And gonna get whacked, he don't leave that way. None get smoke right here to the face. The gang gon' never gon' change.
None got smoke right here to the face. He got caught trying to get him a face. These streets is shrivel, temp face. We do not mix, we don't relate. Streets is not a glitch, they be tripping. It be do glitch, they be tripping.
Nigga shot in your face.
I smoke dead dogs all day to the face. I smoking on high, got shot in the face.
And loaded you keep switching games, you a lame. And Billy your son D out, he changed. And Billy a rat, he.
All right, so I don't know how to feel about this.
You know, every now and then you come across something that you just can't really comment on because they're children.
I guess.
I will say this: I want Flips pretzels now.
I want stacks of money.
Do they are they like do they out here killing people? The kids?
I don't think so. I don't know. I would say nah.
So they smoking on a pack of gunner?
Yeah, don't you hate that? Do they?
Maybe it's the wrong topic. You're right. Shouldn't be commenting on kids.
Let me say this though, before y'all get into your bag, right? I don't know if you guys kept up with the YSL trial. Young Thug was smoking everything out there. So, like, before y'all talk about his kids, just remember he's the real life Joker. Like, he is really that man was living his raps. So, you know. Yeah, just.
Oh, I thought there was more. All right.
Nah, that's just, you know, just in case he was about to, you know, go a little deeper and talk about his kids.
Oh, dang.
I'm sorry. I just think that he has a lot of money. He has good money.
Yeah. Hold it down. I'll be right back.
He has good money.
POP, hold it down.
For his kids to.
This is a topic he leaves us on.
To go on TikTok, spread all the money that he's giving them, and start talking about how he's smoking on Gunna. That's weird. That's a little. You don't find that a little perplexing or a little weird?
Free Young Thug, man. Free Young Thug and kill all rats. You know what I mean?
All right. So you don't think that? So you think the kids are right?
What the zero? After
you know what? It's all right. I wish if I knew this segment was going to be this short, I would have told Joe to at least change it to another picture. Because if you're not going to say nothing to bounce off anything, it looks kind of weird to just have this picture of it. Yeah, so what's going on with the YSL trial?
Free Thugger.
Free Thugger. Okay.
Kill all rats.
Yeah, I just think that is weird that his kids are talking about how they're gonna kill. Like Young Thug has gone through all that he gone through. Now as a rapper, and his kids don't have to go through what he went through. Mm-hmm. Only for the kids to just I'm smoking on a pack of Gunna, like
right, yeah. Free Young Thug and God bless the children. Free Young Thug, God bless the children. Really wish he comes home soon. You know.
Yeah, and he you know helps his kids out.
Yeah. Maybe he can help them, right?
Yeah. Maybe. Are you help them? You mean help them right, or help them?
Look.
Look. Well, wait. I need to clarify that comment. Help them write their lyrics, or help them write.
Free Young Thug. God bless the kids. I don't.
It was really difficult to have Kano share his opinions on Thugger's kids because he's afraid he's gonna get killed.
Yeah, just kill all rats. That's all I got. Just all the stitches. May they have stitches and ditches. You know what I mean? All the
snitches. Anyway, Billboard ranks Illmatic as the best rap album of all time.
Clap back at Apple Music.
The top 5 right now is The Chronic, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, Aquemini by Outkast. Wow. and Life After Death by Notorious B.I.G. Not Ready to Die? Interesting.
I got a hot take here.
What's that?
I love the Chronic. And I know the Chronic predates this record. So I get why the Chronic is on this list. And sonically, the Chronic is just special. And without the Chronic, this next project doesn't exist. But I'm taking Doggy Style over the Chronic every day of the week. And I say this. If the greatest album in hip-hop is not Illmatic, it's Doggy Style by Snoop Dogg. And Doggy Style by Snoop Dogg is the West Coast's Illmatic. There's no album better on the West Coast than Doggy Style, and there's no album better than Doggy Style in hip hop, period, unless it's Illmatic.
So how do you feel that it's not even in the top 5?
I feel like people just don't know what they talk about when they talk about music, man.
What would be your top
I haven't
5?
heard Doggy Style, to be quite honest.
Honestly, Aquemini is probably number 3 for me. To be Aquemini is really good. So I probably put Illmatic 1, Doggy Style 2, but I could do Doggy Style 1, Illmatic 2, to be honest, because Doggy Style is just an incredible album. And then Aquemini 3, because Aquemini is just masterful.
Time, really.
I think that production wise, lyrically, I feel like Aquemini is the most unique out of the 5.
I see that.
That's a really, I really actually like. I don't know what's the rest of the list looking like because I didn't really do much of a research. I just thought.
Can you pull that up?
These top 5.
Yeah.
But this top 5 list, I'm not mad at it. It's definitely way better than what's that other joint? The Apple Music list.
Honestly, my number 4 will probably be Blueprint by Jay.
So you would take? I don't know, man. I feel like the Miseducation. I'm sorry. I'm one of those guys that thinks that the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, even though like I do understand that there's a lot of R&B in it as well and soul, I feel like production wise is amazing. I feel like when she does rap, it's literally like top tier lyricism at its finest.
Yeah, I don't want to downplay it, but when you start talking about Aquemini and Illmatic and Chronic and all that, I don't even think about
like there was a lot,
Miseducation.
but I feel like there was a lot of thought that went into this album, and it's all, and not to knock people with MPCs, not to knock producers with MPCs with that chops up samples and this and the third, but to get a band to come together, getting a band together, even humble band members, it's hard to get people together to be on one accord, to do a performance, let alone to do how many tracks was on that album? I think it was over 15 tracks on that joint. It takes a lot. And for it to sound as beautiful as it did is amazing. I don't know. I'll definitely give it like top 5 somewhere. It has to be somewhere top 5.
So this has the top 100.
All right, let's see it.
We'll go through the top 10, I guess, or something.
Yeah, let's do that.
So Illmatic, The Chronic, Lauryn Hill, Aquemini. And then we have Life After Death now, number 6. All Eyes on Me.
I don't get why this is always here. I don't get how it's always in the top 10. I don't get it.
Why is this album always following me?
But whatever.
7. Number 7, Doggy Style.
Not happy with that.
Wow. Oh, this is a very important album in hip hop. I don't think it aged the greatest, but it is like the first important rap album. So
Number 8, Paid in Full. Is number 9, The
Oh,
Blueprint.
there you go.
Slick Rick, number 10.
yikes.
You want me to
Okay.
keep going?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what else is up there.
11, Get Rich or Die Trying. 11
Hmm.
of
I
all time.
see. It be stuff like that makes me want to see the rest of it.
Yeah, right.
Like what other albums is out there that y'all put?
Only Built for Cuban Links is
Oh,
12.
that's the purple tape, baby. That joint go. That's one of them records.
Tribe
For me.
Called Quest.
That's the Low End Theory is super dope. Yeah.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Not a bad album.
Not
Shocked that
bad.
it's there, but
Yeah,
not a bad
14,
album.
14 of all time. How is Kendrick Lamar only showing up at 15? Well,
Do you think he should have been top 10?
Do you think
And
Damn
with Damn, no less?
No.
Not Good Kid,
No,
Mad City?
It's only because of the awards that Damn received. Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted, 16.
Interesting. Let's go to 20. Maybe we can
Right.
stop at 20.
Straight Outta Compton.
I don't want to like criticize this because I don't know if I can make a better list, but this really wouldn't be my list.
I feel like it has way better.
Like this
top 20
this
is
album,
better than the top 20 of Apple.
yeah,
Sure.
definitely. But for me, like this album, this album is better than De La's album. But
well, the thing is with Apple's, you're including not just hip hop. This is only rap, so I feel like it's gonna be weird to compare the two, right?
what are the next ones?
20, Missy Elliott.
Okay.
Super duper fly. Oh, that's not bad, bro. Oh wow.
I'm sorry. I don't just keep going through it. I just want to. This is for me now. I just want to see. You could just keep going fast. If anybody wants to stop, you can stop. Huh.
What? Oh,
So
graduation.
here's my thing,
But
right?
still.
So we still haven't ready to die. We still haven't seen the LL album. We haven't seen Black on Both Sides yet. We haven't seen a Common album. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I mean, like, no, I feel like I don't know.
I'm bugging. I could be bugging.
I mean, you're not bugging. I just feel like that's where things become very opinionated because there's certain things that that certain albums do for people that it doesn't do for others, and it's really hard to put this like somebody's Black on Both Sides can be somebody's top 10. But I just feel like I look at it as collection.
We're at number
I look at the
27,
and
there's
I
no
want to
Run
see the
DMC.
100 because some people will put
This is crazy. The Infamous at 28 is blasphemous. The Infamous is a top 20 album in hip hop. This is look.
Yeah, see it like when you put that there, that should be thrown out. Like that should be thrown out in the garbage. Why is that on the list? And listen, you know how I feel about Eminem. Why is this album at 30?
I thought you was gonna say it again. I thought you was gonna say that gotta be thrown out in the garbage.
Yeah, get that album out too.
Yeah,
I hate it when white people win, especially in the sport of hip hop.
Nah, I feel like it should be.
This should have been higher. At least better than Cardi B, boy. Like
what?
Yeah, I mean it's getting a little crazier. It's the collection that matters.
What? Who did that? Who said
wow. Someone must hate Jay-Z and Billboard.
32?
Someone must hate Jay-Z and Billboard, for real. Wow. Scarface? I'm sorry. That's crazy. that Cardi
Yo,
B
this
is
isn't a shot
outbeating
at.
some of these
This
albums.
isn't a shot at. This is radio being 35 is the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen. But you know what? I do want to talk about this one day. LL Cool J is the most important rapper that hip hop has forgot about.
Think piece.
Because everybody talks about Rakim, rightfully so. People talk about Kane, Slick Rick, Chuck D, rightfully so. But LL predates all of them. LL
And it's
is
still-
the
and it's still
franchise
out
rapper
here
of
doing his
Def
thing.
Jam and still doing his thing. The franchise rapper of Def Jam was LL Cool J. The prototype for the rap star.
It's true.
And he had bars. I don't. Who made this list?
That's weird, man. I love that album though.
I love this album too.
No, I don't love this album.
He
I'm
likes
talking
the
about
Jeezy
the
album.
Young Jeezy album.
Oh, Young Jeezy. Oh, I like Doc.
Thug Motivation. That joint was fire.
Yeah, Thug Motivation was fire. Yeah.
I sold a lot of purple weed to that.
Yikes. You know how I feel about Future. If there's a rapper I hate more than Eminem, is Future.
Thuggish, raggish bone.
Yo, I love Bone Thugs and Harmony. I love Bone Thugs and Harmony. Good Kid, Mad City at 41.
Yikes. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hey, yo, Billboard, meet me outside, man. Meet me outside. Take care is. Shut up.
Yikes.
Yo, Billboard, shut up. Shout out to them including this. As high as it is, shout out to that. You know what I mean? What is this list? It's so out of order.
Nah,
You know what though? But these albums do belong in this conversation. These are the albums that are going to be in this conversation.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
Minus
I feel
Take Care and
I
Privacy
feel like
Invasion.
it should be the collection of like you can put it any way that you want, just as long as the 100 they get it right. I don't know, man. I would throw that out.
Yo, that be it before B is so disrespectful.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh,
All Hail the Queen.
Queen of
That's a good album.
Yeah.
That's a great album.
Yeah, I guess you're right though. Like as long as it's all here, right?
Yeah.
Nah, they ranked this though, bro. Like,
I mean, like there's certain albums.
Some Pimp a
Like,
Butterfly
wow,
is
that's crazy.
54.
There's certain albums like Cardi B. Like Cardi B beating out To Pimp a Butterfly is wild and should not be in the. I'd say it to her face. Like that joint crazy. That album was. You didn't even rate that album.
Yo, they got Liquid Swords though. Like that's crazy. That is one of them joints. It was written as fire too.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like a lot of these joints.
Yeah, I like this joint. A little high, but
Nipsey Hussle's album should have been a little higher, in my opinion.
Wow, is this the first Wayne album we get at 60?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, the disrespect.
This is the album. This album is like incredible to me. Riding Dirty.
That's my joint.
Yo, the fact you got DJ Quick on the list.
Yeah. I mean, they did their thing. There's some gems in here, but Midnight Marauders. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, you had enough of us?
Okay, yeah.
All right, we could, it's 2:24.
Trap music. All right.
You do one more quick topic, or we could land the plane, whatever y'all want.
Want to see what's 100 though?
It's Lil Baby.
It's
is.
Ice Spice.
Lil Baby, my turn.
Yeah, I see it that it was Lil Baby.
I'm sorry. There's plenty of albums that I would have replaced Lil Baby, Cardi B, Future. None of these guys should have been on there. But the fact that they got a lot of it right in the top 100, in my opinion, is cool. Like, that's what always matters to me, is that the content within the 100, at least we're talking about it being in the top 100. It don't got placements. That's opinionated. Like, what's number one for Kano may be different for Alive. What's number one for me may be different for Kano. Like, it's all different for us. But we know what are, like, some of the albums that need to be on that top 100. You know what I'm saying? So that's my opinion on the matter.
All right, so we could do one of two that are left because there's only two left from what y'all sent me. We either got this or we got this. Which one?
What do you think, Kano?
I'll let you pick.
I'm good, bro. I don't want to pick.
Let's open Pandora's box. Let's go with Latinos need to get out of hip hop.
Here we go.
How long is
Puerto
this video?
Ricans, do you feel like they played a part in creating hip hop?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Were they early? Were they the first contributors? Yes. Did they do things to help proliferate hip hop? Yes. Were they, do we have valuable people from the Puerto Rican culture that has contributed? Absolutely. But in the beginning stages of hip hop, in the creation stages of hip hop, this was very much a Black American youth thing that had no outside influences from Puerto Rico or Jamaica or any other type of place that you may name. The influences, if anything, were from down south America. The influences were our parents' music. Like, it had nothing to do with any outside people, and any individuals that might have been from those places did not bring that culture to hip hop. They had to act Black in order to assimilate to hip hop culture. That's all that's being said. There's no hatred or no racism.
I just want to say, first of all, that is actually dead wrong. We could keep watching it, but I just want to just say one thing that's dead wrong about that. He said that they never brought their culture. Jamaicans, specifically Jamaicans, have way before hip hop ever existed in Jamaica, used to have these clash type of battles between DJs. And the way they would have, and turntablism is crazily influenced from dance, like reggae, like reggae, period. Dance hall comes from this type of this party environment, and we get that turntablism culture in hip hop, and we get that the big speakers, that culture of having these huge, like if you look in the 70s, when you look at the park gyms, they got these huge speakers, they're like giant speakers. That is honestly from Jamaican culture.
Yeah.
That's not from nowhere else in this world.
Yeah, they brought that over here.
And DJ Kool Herc, Jamaican.
Yeah.
Is Jamaican. So you wrong about that. But keep playing.
Yeah, that's so true. There's actually a huge influence from Jamaica.
Whatever they're trying to call foul on, it's just saying, listen, the thing that you love and adore is something that was made by Black American youth. Get over it. It's not the melting pot y'all are trying to painted as. Now, I don't know if there's some sort of financial reasons, being we have the Olympics coming up and people want to attach themselves to certain things. We just had the 50th anniversary of hip hop. That was very lucrative for certain people. You understand? So, yeah, museums being made in the Bronx and stuff like that. So I think in some people, it's their best interest to try to mold a certain narrative, but the truth is the truth, you know. I got people that was there that will tell you what it is. This is not just me talking, you know what I mean? But because they'll say I wasn't there. I don't have to be there. I don't have to be there because the DNA will show you the everything that's incorporated into hip hop will show you that it has nothing to do with Puerto Rican or Jamaican culture, period. And those were myths that were just put out there. I'm not exactly sure when. I think it started happening in the 90s. Don't know why, but we're here to clear this up.
All right, let's talk about that part of the interview.
Yeah. I
speaking to the mic, beloved.
That I completely agree with you. I think I have no problem with him saying that, like when it comes to Puerto Ricans or Latinos in general, like we just wasn't that's not originating from us. I have no problem with that. But I do agree with you that I think he's dead wrong with the influence from Jamaican culture. Like it's 100% exactly what you said. Those things were brought over here and influenced.
But there is also so when we talk about hip hop, we're not talking about just MCing, right? Because that's what we talk about today. When we talk about hip hop, we really just think MCing. But hip hop is 5 elements, right? It's DJing, it's MCing, it's graffiti, it's b-boying. What's the 5th element?
Yeah, I'm forgetting.
Sometimes they say like the 5th element is fashion, like it's like a secret element.
You're right. It is, right? Yeah.
It's turntablism, b-boying, MCing, and graffiti. Those are like the 4 top joints, and then there's the 5th one that's it's always about fashion.
5th one I see here is knowledge.
Nah, but Kyle's right. They definitely I remember fashion being interchangeable for the 5th one. Because I remember there was like a mural. I forget where the mural is, but it's like for like the 5 elements. And then you see like a microphone, a turntable, you see like a Kango hat for the B-boys, and then you see like a spray can for the graph, and you see like a Jordan for the fashion. So
and I also think the knowledge thing came from like the 5% of knowledge and stuff like that. Like knowledge
definitely
itself.
had to.
African
Definitely had to. Yeah, so listen, I feel like I don't know how to say this. I don't want to like insert Latinos into the creation of hip hop, right? Because I think like if we was to look at it as like a pie, right? I think about 90% of the people involved, maybe 80. Let's do 80% of the people involved, where was known as today as foundational Black Americans, right? The FBA thing, which is like they're from the United States, not from like anywhere else. They're not from the Caribbean. They're not like Afro Latinos. They're just here within the continental United States. I would say 80% of that was that. And then I think you get about in the mix, you get about 15% of Caribbean Black and Afro Latin Black. Black. Not like Crazy Legs Afro Latin. Like Afro Latin Black, like like y'all know Casanova. Casanova's Panamanian. Y'all wouldn't have known that because he's Afro Latin, right? Like so, like that. I mean, like that. When I say Black, Caribbean and Afro, and then maybe like 5% look like Joe, You know? But they was there from the beginning. That 5% was there. There was that one Puerto Rican dude in the crew. Or those 2-3 Puerto Rican dudes that did graph, that did b-boy. And I mean, the Puerto Ricans primarily into that b-boying. That's where they was getting busy. They was doing windmills and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they were just like there, and I don't think this was their genre. I don't think they created it. And then they went on to do other things too. You know, like freestyle happened and reggaeton happened, you know what I'm saying? And Spanish rap and all that. But just to discount Puerto Ricans and their influence at the beginning is, I think it's a balancing beam, right? You don't want to give them too much credit because this is a Black American thing, but you don't want to write out the Puerto Ricans and the Jamaicans from history. And then here's another hot take, which actually Lord Jamar talks about here too. There seems to be this belief that hip hop started in the Bronx. And everybody tell you hip hop started in the Bronx. When I talk to the people around the world, when I talk to anybody who I meet on Instagram, they believe this narrative that hip hop started in the Bronx. And it's like, there's some old heads that'll tell you hip hop started in Queensbridge. There's some people that tell you that hip hop got its roots in Brooklyn, like Grandmaster Flowers, was a disco DJ who pioneered hip hop. So if you're talking about Queens and Brooklyn, heavy West Indian populations. Heavy. So you're going to get that influence. That's going to exist. And if you're talking about the Bronx, Puerto Ricans are there. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm saying.
But I feel like this could also connect, and maybe I could be reaching, but this is also connecting to, what is, like gatekeeping for hip hop. A lot of people come in and they'll be like, yo, and I hate to I'm bringing up Eminem again, but a lot of people be like, yo, ever since Eminem came through, hip hop is for everybody. Like Eminem made hip hop for everyone. It's anybody can do hip hop, and it's crazy to me. Like, wow, like that's how far we've gotten. Where it's like anybody could do it, so anybody could be hip hop. But I also think like a lot of what Lord Jamar says is really connected to just how African culture is as well. If you think about a lot of African culture, it's about giving back out to the world and not really being inclusive, but it's always sharing and giving. Like what's mine is yours. What's that earth is ours. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely, I'm not surprised that comes on the offshoot of hip hop, and then it brings it out, kind of like branches to other people to feel included and a part of the makings of that. Like that's how magical hip hop is, but it's almost like a double-edged sword, because then you get people who would be like, "Yo, I'm hip hop, da 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 da," like I'm taking it, and it's like that's not the mindset that we're supposed to have. You know what I mean? So whether it's like Spanish people taking it or these people taking it, or like just give the credit to where it came from in the first place. It came from Black people, and we've allowed it to reverberate through every single facet of the world. It's a global thing now.
Of the entire world.
And that's literally the culture. That's
you could go to a
Black
favela.
culture.
You go to a favela in Brazil, they know hip hop. You go to a little school in Taiwan, they know hip hop. You go anywhere on this planet, they know hip hop. This thing that
they rap it.
in
They
New
rap
York.
it in their language too, just like that. Like
They got Italian drill.
I also feel like it's weird.
To the mic, beloved.
I also feel like it's weird to me to to just say that this originated in this one place. I feel like we look at the roots of everything for
But it
you
did
know
though. It started in New
there's
York.
yes, but I feel like the same reason you brought up what we got from Jamaican culture from Jamaica.
Right. But this started in New York. Just like punk rock started in New York, just like salsa started in New York, hip hop started. You're not gonna do this in New York.
No, I'm not.
I ain't gonna let you discredit New York. You can do whatever you want. You ain't gonna discredit New York. We create genres out this city. I was gonna say another word. But I gotta keep it PG.
So my point is that I feel like there's I feel like every it started in New York. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I was gonna go down a history lesson. But
But there's some people, to your point, that think that we take credit for it when other aspects created hip hop, and then it gets to New York already sort of assembled, and we just plug in certain pieces to let it go.
But
Some people say James Brown. There's a record where you hear James Brown kind of talk rapping already. There's also this other record, man, I can't remember, but it's like a record from the 60s. It's a funk record, but they're like rapping on it kind of a little bit already. And they're like, yo, you guys just kind of plugged and played Paul's in New York and figured it out a little different.
I mean, you can also say that what I'm saying is, when I say that it's black culture overall, like I don't know where Alive was going with this, but I know that hip hop has formulated its roots in New York. But what I'm saying is, like, in terms of black culture, like African culture, like even Jamaica, like Jamaicans came from Africa, like these like it's an African thing where
right, that's what I was gonna say.
where it's like where we are able to share and give. Like it's a customary thing. Like if you see somebody that needs something, you're going to share what little you have with that person. In Africa, like that's, at least from what people have told me, in Africa, where they go to Africa, it's a totally different mindset than it is in America, where we defend what's ours. Like in Africa, it's like, yo, my home is your home, at least in certain areas of Africa, right? I'm not gonna say all, because then we're all not a monolith. But I'm saying that when, like, that aspect of homeliness, that aspect of, like, you need a shelter, we're gonna shelter you, we're gonna build you up. Like, that's what that is. That, I feel like that's what Eminem felt when he listened to hip hop and he was going through the drama that he was going through. This is why this is how I know, when you listen to the music and how he shares and gives love to other artists, that's how I know in his heart this is what hip hop, like, in his heart this is hip hop, like this is who he is. He's feeling that same thing, and he's willing to share and give, and also pay homage to where it comes from. I feel like that is something that every person who does hip hop, who knows hip hop, and is a part of that, it's part of their livelihood to just share with others.
Do you feel
and
like
it makes it seem like it's mine, when it's like, no, it's not mine, it's ours. Which is why I get really frustrated with these with newer rappers. Like you're like you. I feel like you're skipping a piece of the culture that is huge, and I like you don't understand the depth of it. You understand what I mean?
Do you guys,
mining the land for resources instead
this
of
is for both of y'all. Do you guys feel like, though, to Lord Jamal's point, do you feel that Puerto Ricans help create hip hop at all, or they were just there, like, watching?
I feel so. The one thing I was gonna bring up that I feel like we forget is that, Puerto Ricans. I mean, Spanish in general. Often, grows up, you know, side by side with black people, depending on the community, depending on, especially in New York. I feel like
100% in New York.
yeah, it's that's very much so the dynamic. Who's the people in, you know, that have been in poverty, called the minorities, all of that stuff. Very much so Spanish and black have always been next to each other.
I mean, it does depend on the neighborhood
It
because you
does.
have certain Brownsville, East New York have always been mixed, right?
Right.
But then you have like the Sty. Well, the Sty is a little mixed too because they right by Bushwick. The Sty
Yeah.
is a little mixed, but you do have neighborhoods that aren't as mixed. Like Sunset was mostly
Right.
Hispanic. It didn't have a lot of black people.
Spanish Harlem.
Flatbush.
Flatbush does not have a lot of Hispanics.
Right.
They don't. Canarsie did not have a lot of Hispanics.
Yeah.
There's more now, but you know, but the Bronx, you get to the Bronx,
The
you
Bronx,
you in South
100%.
Bronx, they're in the projects together. It's that building is
certain parts of Brooklyn also.
oh
like,
Red Hook. Red Hook is
Red
super
Hook,
mixed. Yeah.
Gowanus
Yeah.
mixed.
Yeah, 100.
You
Yeah.
know, Wyckoff, I believe, is very mixed. I don't know too much about it, but you know, like I believe is very so. My whole point is that hip hop was something that was created from the people from these areas. They it was created from the people who were dreaming big, you know, dreaming further than where they were, and and often speaking from a place of oppression and stuff like that, speaking from a place of, you know, not having as much and things like that, you know, it's bred within hardship and stuff. And I feel like that is something that I do think that blacks and Spanish has shared historically in New York in particular. And so therefore I think taking part in I don't yes, I the thing is I'm not willing to say that that we had a role in creation of it. I'm not willing to say that, but I do think that it becomes very hard to specifically point out where and when and stuff like that, especially when you know, blacks and Spanish has been such a melting pot for us.
But there also was, and there still is, a divide.
Absolutely.
Even though
yeah,
even in those neighborhoods where you grew up together,
100%,
there was still like cliques where it was mostly black.
Yeah.
And they got that 1 or 2 Spanish kid with them, and there's that other clique that's mostly Spanish, and there might be 1 or 2 black kids there. And there was the rivalry that was like, it might not be race based like how LA was, but there was. You know what I mean, it did exist.
And there's also always been like the colorism thing, especially in Spanish communities. Colorism, you know, a huge deal in our communities and stuff like that. So it's like there is this race aspect that's been ingrained in us as well. But
I've heard it. I've heard Puerto Ricans when there's no black people around.
Yeah,
I've heard Puerto Ricans talk, and you'd be like, "Whoa."
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I also want to go ahead, finish it.
No, the last thing I said, like, but I do think there is that still that sharing and that common source and place of where we come from, you know, in New York. I'm talking about New York, you know, there is that connection that has always bonded Spanish and black, especially I feel like Puerto Ricans and blacks. I don't know why, maybe that I'm being biased, but I feel like I think
it's true.
Yeah, I feel like that's always been a big deal.
That's a generational thing too. I think that was for a while.
Yeah. So I just feel like there is a huge bond there, but I don't know if you can give creation of it to Puerto Ricans. I don't know if you can include us in that. However, we're rubbing elbows along the way. But I do agree 100% with Martin. I think every genre of music is influenced by African culture. I think that you can't get around that in any type of way. Even white dominant music is influenced by African culture. There's no way around that. So Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, and to like in connection with you know, Puerto Rican culture, I do think that when it came down to this hip hop thing, you guys know it though. Like I feel like you guys know it. We when we went to places like the Knitting Factory, and we went to like when we were hanging out with Creature and we go to these different spots, everybody was welcomed. It's like, yo, come in. This is home.
You know what though? I'm really happy you brought that up. That was before the social media age.
It was before the social media age. But let me just finish this piece of what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's always been come on in. Please. You're home here. That's what it is. And sometimes people take that as I'm home and I'm gonna kick my feet up on the table because this is my house now, type of thing. And you know what? People can probably stone me for this later, but I think like genres like country or rock, it's because it originated. Like these things originated from African Americans and Black culture, but when it was taken, there's this level of like gatekeeping that they have, and it's like that's when it no longer became like I'm detaching myself from the culture and I'm becoming its own thing, and I believe that's what happened with rock and roll. That's what's happened with country, and different kinds of genres like that, where it's just kind of detached itself. Hip hop didn't detach itself, and we're always this. Come on in, the water is fine. Come on in, this home is warm. You can chill here. You can be here. You're one of us. I can imagine, DJ Kool Herc and him teaching, because that was also the concept of what it was in the Bronx. Is each one teach one. So now you're teaching other people how to do turntablism. You're showing them what to do, and they may be bad at it, but they're working on it because it's like because now I have something to put my hands to toil with and work with. You understand what I'm saying? So I just feel like there is a certain level of homeliness in hip hop that no other genre can replicate, and I can see that being something that like the Puerto Ricans came in and took that as, oh, this is home. And yes, they may have further progressed it in a sense of like there's more people doing it, they're not talking about it, but that's because it became more inclusive to other races, to other people. Beastie Boys, like the Beastie Boys came, they one of the biggest rap groups to ever come out of it. But if hip hop was gatekeeping and saying no, this is only a black thing, Beastie Boys wouldn't be as big as they were. But because we're like, come on in, this is home, this is love, they were embraced with that same kind of love. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what's really missing right now in our culture. This is why you got people that don't really do. Let me just stop there, because I'm about to say, they don't do good music, blah blah blah. They do. They're progressing it in their own way. I just need to see it for myself to where it's going. But when I hear you disrespecting Pac, when I hear you disrespecting Big, when I hear you disrespecting the old heads,
what is it, the braids?
It's like, yo, bro, like you really don't know the culture for real. And I get it. The old heads are getting at the new heads, but I feel like they have more reason to, because they're the ones that says, come on in. Like, yo, come on in. Let's do this. They really be trying to help the youth. I don't know, man. I'll be on my soapbox all night with this stuff because I think about it all the time. But for real, that's why I think that maybe Puerto Ricans may feel that they were the part of the self-starting of the genre because we let them in and show so much love that now they're like, oh, I was a part of this too. Nah, you was for the ride, but you was in the house too, boy. Like you was chilling with us, but we was moving this too. You know what I'm saying? And you helped move it, but you weren't like yeah, I did this. Like, no, we did this. We brought you in, and you helped us do this too.
I mean, it's true because if you think about it, if you talk about like the major figures, right? Despite the allegations on them, is Africa Bambaataa, who's black,
Right.
is DJ Kool Herc, who's black, is Grandmaster Flash, who's black, Grand Wizard Theodore, who's black, Melly Mel, who's black. Like, yeah, it's black. We're all the legendary Puerto Rican DJs. I'm sure they're all Puerto Rican DJs, but the pivotal ones are black.
Yeah. Yeah.
Agreed. All right, I'll shut up now. I'm sorry.
Nah, that was excellent. That was yeah, I think that's something that I never looked at it as like this aspect of inclusivity that is a deep culturally ingrained type of thing and passed on into the culture of hip hop, which, it seems like we're losing some of that now, So
We
yeah.
need that now. This is something
100%.
us. I feel like us talking about how the ways that Puerto Ricans did help move the needle of hip hop should be talked about because we need to show how much we are inclusive as a genre, and hopefully like the newer cats are listening for real. I'm sorry, man. I keep thinking about the double XL freshmen and just like the stuff that they're talking about, and it's like, yo, y'all don't get it. Like y'all don't get it. And sometimes I feel like, yo, you are not there. Or I think about the BET Awards. Literally, the Fugees was on stage, and the only people that were jumping up and down going crazy was Lauryn Hill's kids. Everybody else was just sitting there swaying,
No, but also
and whatever. Like you really out here not knowing. Like, do y'all research and why y'all in the front row?
But also the Fugees haven't been bopping since like 98. That's like 08, 2018, that's 20 years. That's like 26, 25 years ago. That's like if when we was in high school, right? And then we was in 05, 95, 80. That's like rocking
Wake
out
up.
to like a 1970s band, bro. That's like if like the Commodores came on and we was supposed to know all the Commodore records.
But we know one or two Commodore records.
I don't. I can tell you I don't. Shout out to Lionel Richie. Do your thing.
I'm
I would
sorry.
still jump
But
up, though.
okay, let's just take it back to the Fugees then. I get it that they haven't been popping for years now, but we know what timeless records sound like. Timeless classics, like Ready or Not, Here I Come, You Can't, and like that's a record. There's
Boogie Oogie Oogie come on. Not everybody going crazy.
Huh?
If Boogie Oogie Oogie comes on, not everybody's gonna go crazy, and that's a timeless record.
Right, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about la la la. There's no way that we run when we doing a thing. There's that. There's Ready or Not. There's at least 3 records and maybe 1 positive. We talking spades. We got 3. We got 3 books and 1 possible.
I promise you,
just
some people,
off of the score.
I promise you, some people in that crowd that never heard none of those records you just said.
And that is what I'm saying. You're in a culture where I don't know, and that's when as somebody who is
No, I get
black,
it.
who's black, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go and do my research on this here genre called hip hop. That I'm like, you in the streets, my guy. Like you was from the Bronx. You was from the hood, out
And that's the
wherever
thing.
your hood is at. And you mean to tell me that you didn't take the time out to listen to these tracks, but then turn around and say you're hip hop? To me, I just feel like there was more of a more of respect, and I feel like that's why
I'll keep it a
Louis
buck with
Mars
you.
out here like, nah, this is us, because there's a level of respect, and I feel like
I'll keep it a buck with you. Rack City might be old for some of these kids. Like, to even go back to Rack City, to go back to Bodak Yellow. Bodak Yellow's like, what, 8
but I
years
feel like
ago?
that goes to I feel like it's two things. Number one, and this is pure opinion, and number two, I feel like it's the second point is a fact. Number one, I don't think Rack City is worth a listen like years later. I don't think so. The way that I think that All Right by Kendrick Lamar is something that I'm gonna bop to years later, because it's a classic. That's my opinion. And number two, even if I don't think that they are, I feel like social media diminishes the authenticity of music. So a lot of these songs die out way quicker than they're supposed to, because there's just another one that comes on, and now we got TikTok that's like another one, then another one, then another one, then another one, then another one. And it's just like you're just mass producing songs, and then now there's other songs that will never get heard.
I think it's like anything, right? It's like it's you go into a land and you know it's not your own, and or it just I'm so sorry. And you just happened upon a land, and now you mine it for its resources instead of getting to know its people. Um, I feel like that's something that's like the state of hip hop, where the young cats are coming in. They are not taking any time to get to know. They're only looking within their lifespan. And a lot of it is just to, it's very social media age esque, where it's grab the attention, say or do something wild, crazy, and just, that's it. Like, we just trying to get paid, which I understand and I get it. But there is a cost to that, and that cost is a loss of culture. That cost is a loss of appreciation for what came before you. Is you
Oh, I'm done. Thank you for that. I agree with you.
Well, folks,
Well, we want to thank you one and all for joining us tonight. It's been a wonderful evening of chatting it up. We appreciate everyone that joined us in on the live.
everyone who's still there,
everyone who's still there, all the 0 people that's still here. We appreciate y'all so much.
Oh man.
We thank y'all so much for rocking with us. We let us know, are we bugging? Are we right?
Are we bugging?
Are we somewhere in between? We thank y'all so much.
Yo.
This has been the Can't Focus podcast, where we focus on everything and nothing at the same time. This is our new channel, CFP Lives. Make sure you hit the subscribe and the like, hit the notification bell so you get alerted for all of our notifications. And also, don't forget our Can't Focus podcast page, our normal page, where we put up our clips and everything else. So yeah, please do hit those like and subscribe buttons. We appreciate it all the time. And you can follow us at Can't Focus POD, where we are updating even our TikTok page now. That's right, ladies and gentlemen that are here in the audience. We have a TikTok page and we're updating it. And shout out to Martin for that. And we hope that you'll join us next time on the Can't Focus podcast, where we will likely be live on Sunday night. So, oh, don't make me laugh. Oh, I'm in pain. Oh, that hurt.
With that being said, what it is, what it do, what it be like, what's good, what's hood. It's your boy Martin Hopeful. You can find me at Martin Hopeful.
It's your boy Kano at Kano Music, man. Remember, don't let no man grab your wife and put her in the air. You know, treat that woman like you care.
Agreed.
I go by the name of Alive. You can find me at Alive Raps.
And this is the Can't Focus podcast, signing out. And we want to thank you for taking the time to focus on us. Peace. I know you gotta turn the live off though.
Yeah.